this thing on?
Man, we all good. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All praise and glory now to the Most High, the only creator and possessor of all things. Long live his anointed, beloved, only begotten Son in the hearts and the minds of the faithful elect. I'm in middle TSTL, my brother Malachi Mac. I got
Shalom, shalom. Beloved brother Jose Ban Israel. STL, son of light. Keep the commandments. I love y'all. I miss you all. Everybody's in good spirits. Stay focused. Don't pay attention to tittle tattle and this and that. Stay focused. Man. Let's get ready.
That's right. Make sure we can be heard. Make sure we can be heard real quick. And then also, let me check this. Make sure we ain't
what we can.
Yeah, make sure we ain't delayed and then all right, bing, bing, bing.
See, it may be found. Call his name out.
Yeah. We gonna get her done. It's like we all good on the phone. That probably just a computer be tripping sometimes. It's like we all good. If we can be heard, go ahead and drop a 7. Drop a 7 up in the chat. If we can be heard, family, if we can be heard, drop a 7 up in the chat. And we're gonna post this to Facebook and a few of our WhatsApp groups, and then we're gonna get it in. Y'all see the title, Exodus and Wilderness of the People. You understand? Spiritual and physical preparation for the times that are at hand. We're gonna get her done. All right, let me share this link real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, it's early. It's about 7:19 our time, so we should be cool, ready to rock. We're gonna do screen share too. And we'll say, let's get her done. Yeah, I got you, Rock. Like Michael Bugs, like what y'all talking about?
Bugs, what up, E bro? Shalom, family.
Gonna get her done, man. Bugs. You're gonna get her done. How the family doing out there? And put this up on Facebook. We're live. Let's get it done, man. And make sure we're in the right spirit. Make sure we're in the right spirit in these last hours for your entire life turn into what's called the Book of Eli. All right, let me share this a few more spots. So I'm gonna get her done. All right, bye. What's on your mind, though, Jose, man? What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm just making sure, like the brother said, just making sure we in the right spirit, man. We tend to really, really get disconnected from what's going on and from each other, battling and arguing about things that, we may disagree on and forgetting, the important thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The important thing. You know what I mean? Is that praying and fasting and making sure we're ready when these things and these prophecies that we read about, when they start going down. You know what I mean? It's the hatred is growing in our nation. And I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about amongst us. The hatred is growing. It's rising. And we just got to check ourselves and make sure that we not resonating that hate that's rising amongst us and that separation and all these different crazy doctrines that we heard coming out of God knows where on a daily basis. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sticking to the same script, not being what he said, fair weather Hebrews, changing doctrine every time something sounds good to you or sound different to you. It tickles your ear. We really gotta stay focused, man, and work on our personal virtues, individual virtues, so we can grow as a people.
Hey, so what you think about like prepping, man? Like some people have a slightly different understanding. I mean, when I say prepping, I understand spiritually, we as a people already like we locked in. It's like, look, I ain't serving no other God. I don't care what happened, whatever. I'm talking about like on a physical level. We all got wives and children. We got to be responsible for. You know what I'm saying? Like, say the grid. We're gonna read an article about the grid going out.
Okay.
Say the grid get fried, right? All right, like when the famine was coming in Joseph's day, he prepared.
Absolutely.
All right, when the weather or the flood was coming in Noah time, he prepared. You understand? So being
the Maccabees, before they made their assaults on the Greeks, to win back the temple, they prepared, they fasted, they prayed, they got ready. So
that's right, man. So that's so the name of the class is the second Exodus and Wilderness of the People, spiritual and physical. You understand? Like especially when you in a certain zones or whatever, and it's a lot of y'all. I got a nice sized congregation or a few bodies, a lot of powerful minds together. Why wouldn't you being that we got a whole bunch of children and women, why wouldn't you put up water and rice and beans and what they call non-perishables? You feel me? Because this war ain't gonna be here today and over tomorrow.
That's right.
You understand? It's gonna be an all-out hunt for the children of God, man. So
I'm with you 100%. As far as I feel exactly where you're coming from, and I mean, as soon as the topics comes up, as soon as you mention to me, the first thing that comes to mind is, y'all, we not ready, not prepared. We are very ill prepared. There's a few of us here and there that stay diligent, you know, physically with this, you know what I mean, this spiritual preparation as well as spiritually. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's when we read these prophecies, we know there's twofold, sometimes more spiritual and physical. So should our actions be our preparations? Yeah. So should our preparations be? We should be getting ready for things.
Getting ready, man, because it's here. It's here, man. We read this article about this grid. They've been warning us about an EMP and an electromagnetic pulse. Yeah. You understand what's going to fry everything electric?
Yeah. You know, y'all know when we watch the movies before the enemies attack, or we watch the Avengers or Water Worlds or anything like that, there's always let off some kind of pulse. Yeah. Boom. All the equipment go out, all the cores, planes fall down, the lights go out. That's what we're talking about, the electromagnetic pulse, man. It's real. You know what I mean? You Google it, you can make one and probably take out a city block for about $80 to $100. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's very real. If we have access to something like that, then imagine what they can do on the global scale.
And then y'all, and that's just, you know, that's just food and water. You feel me? You talking about ammunition, because you got to protect what it is. You talking about being outside of what you call these cities or whatever. You gotta know how to identify certain herbs and plants. You feel me? You gotta know how to bandage up wounds. Say I gotta carry this. You feel me? Like revolution, like guerrilla warfare. That's what the Maccabees know how to get into for the survival of their nation. You understand? And them times is coming right back around. This devil gonna be pulling out all stops to get at his people. You feel me? Let me shout y'all out real quick, and we gonna get it done, man. We're gonna get it done, and that's why in this hour Israel need to be moving more toward each other. You feel me? Scripture tell you to gather yourselves together, man. A lot of our people got resources. You need to be resourceful in this hour. You need to be available in this hour. There's a lot of stuff that need to get done, man.
Shout out to the brother Elijah Abraham out west, bro. Just talked to him recently. Bro's constantly telling me, bro, we need to start prepping. So you know what I'm saying, bros? It's all across this grid, like bro was talking about, thinking we all in the same spirit is starting to rise, and it's not by chance.
That's for a reason. All right. Big up 12 Tribes athlete, I hollered at brother earlier today. He actually doing it. He like, man, me and my family be off the grid. I'm trying to form. I said, bro, I'm putting a lesson together now about it. So let me shout everybody out. I push Shalom. I what it do, he bro.
Bro, pull up on me, bro. You know where we at.
In the Southern Kingdom. Everybody out 7. Shalom, Iris Stevens, Shalom, Kendra Woodrow, Deshauna Bartley, L Good, Tuvaya, what it do? You got the apps, you already know.
2V, Shalom, bro.
Sharon Taylor, Mikael Gabor, Ban Yahuda, Shalom, Shalom. All right, bro, Yahudia, Shalom, Kushins, what up? Judah Maccabee, Shalom, Dred Chapman.
Shalom,
Naomi Dobbins, Kawhi Bat Israel. That's a daughter. Bat, Hebrew 73, Hebrew G73. What P? What up? Yah property, Shalom. Amunah Bat Yah, Shalom, she bro. All praises, man. The whole fam on her. I see y'all on her getting it done.
Even if you ain't on her, if I ain't seen you, whatever. Shalom, I love you and I miss you.
That's right. That's right. Judas Lord, Shalom, Haji go lightly.
Haji, Yahoo.
Daweed, Yahuda. All right, August Dream, Shalom, Sam Stanley. All right, so look, we're about to get into it, man. We're gonna go over some scriptures. First, we're gonna do this article. I'm gonna do a screen share real quick. All right, so look, if I can be heard, if we can be heard, go ahead and throw a 7 up in the chat, and then we're gonna be screen sharing. So I pray that the stream ain't too delayed or whatever. Big truck in the house, Rontuvia, Shalom, Jasmine Renee. My girl Mina J on here with Mina J. And I want to thank all y'all too for praying for our sister Poppy Shue and her young son, young Marcus, man. He broke his temperature. He on down. He up under 109. Her phone, if y'all got a number, her phone don't work in the ICU. So that young prince should be coming home shortly. He should be coming home shortly. She says, Shalom. Thank y'all for praying. Them prayers actually worked because they were like, Soon as we all start praying, temperature was up over 105. Man.
What would we expect dealing with the Most High?
No brain damage, no nothing. You feel me? So that shows you even our prayers are very powerful. All right. So that's what's up, man. So our prayers, I'm gonna shout y'all out for that. 12 tribes, they trying to set up a border system amongst Hebrews down there in Texas. Crops for good, money system falling, and we ain't got none anyway. That's right. We ain't got none anyway, man. All right, so we can be heard. That's all good. Second to the Nazarene in our house. What up? That's T. That's
T. What it do with you, bro?
Almighty Queen, Lynetta, Sheeproo, Shalom, Maggie, Mama Maggie. What's good? How was Brown, my Jamaican brethren? All good, huh? All right, so look, we're going to get in first. We're going to read this article, y'all, about the electromagnetic possible pulse. You understand? That can strike at any time. We're going to read this first. I'm trying to get some screen sharing going on for the fam real quick. All right, we're going to read this, and then we're going to get into our scriptures, man. There's a lot of scriptures that deal with our Exodus. You understand? The wilderness. Now, we just need to be ready for it, man. You feel me? Some people are under the illusion that we're in the wilderness right now. Either that's just a lack of information, or it's just like a lot of the scriptures wasn't brought on the table when you were studying the matter. You feel me? But I wouldn't dare sleep y'all and have y'all think we in the wilderness right now. Not with no flat screen TVs and no Wi-Fi codes and central air conditioning. And we got smart TVs, smart water, smart cars, smartphone. We got all of them.
Gift cards.
You feel me? Gift cards. You understand? Fireplaces. You dig?
Clothes.
Come on, man. You got all type of stuff, man. You got all type of freedoms, if you want to put it that way. To where for us to say that we're in the wilderness after we read the definition of wilderness and we go through the scriptures to show what the wilderness is. And there's many spots in the Bible described as a wilderness, and every one got to do with us being outside of our comfort zone, right? Outside of our little cubby hole, if you want to call it, outside of the city life. All of it none of it is under the illusion that while you're in captivity, you're in the wilderness. No, you come out of captivity to go into a wilderness. And so this is making sure that we all in the right spirit. This is making sure we all in the right spirit, man. All right. So all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High. Where do the Antichrist come in with the wilderness and everything? That's one of my questions. Hopefully, we answer on this lesson. You got the anti-Messiah. You got all that's cracking, but that system actually been running since Rome took down Jerusalem. Before that, Antiochus Epiphanes, we actually were born into the abomination of desolation. It's a system that's been in play. You understand? That's been hunting God's chosen people. I personally believe there will be one man that will step up as king of whatever dominion he claimed he got. You feel me? But I wouldn't be sitting back waiting to see somebody crowned, is what I'm saying. Especially when the system is already running on automatic. You feel me?
What we waiting for anyway. The scripture tell us to make no tarrying to get about this business right here.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be waiting on.
We shouldn't be waiting.
Most High.
We shouldn't be waiting, or if somebody telling you it's a 7-year peace pact that got to get signed, but there's no scripture behind it, man. Even if you go to Daniel, the 9th chapter, that's not no scripture saying a 7-year peace treaty got to get signed for you to get fire up under your rear end and start making moves for real. You understand? So, brother, I would just say that you were born into the abomination of desolation. You were born into a system. You understand? That's been at war with God's chosen people going back to the days of Antiochus Epiphanes. You understand? But what happens, culmination, somewhere in the near future, they already they set up the altar of burnt offering over in Jerusalem. Right? And these heathens during the Feast of Dedication was sacrificing flesh on this altar of burnt offerings in Jerusalem, man. So it's happening. You can't act like we want to sit back and wait. It's happening, man. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get it done. We right here within the Washington Examiner. Y'all see this? And it says, and this came out Wednesday, December 19th is saying. That's the day, actually. All right? Now trip off this. Federal panel warns of national blackout and EMP attack. EMP, for y'all that don't understand, means electromagnetic pulse. This actually came out on the 14th, excuse me. December the 14th, so 5 days ago. All right. So we're gonna read some of this. Brother Hosea gonna read a little bit of it. And then we're gonna get into some of these scriptures, man, because we need to really understand what hour we're in. You understand? This is not the time to be complacent. If you're comfortable, you can't grow. If you're complacent, while you're complacent, get that out your mind. You understand? It's time for us to be in a certain spirit, a certain vibration, because that's what's going to be needed. We need to start listening to that first voice, that the voice of God that's always hollering at you.
The one that we ignore 1,000 times.
Man, a day.
A day.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right, so this right here, if y'all can see that, y'all probably can't see it. Let me blow that up a little bit for y'all. Make sure y'all can see that. Y'all don't be thinking Hosea over here making words up, you know what I'm saying? And think Hosea like, brother, you lying. All right, let me go ahead. Bang. Make this a little bigger for the fam. And let's get into it. All right, bang. 125 is up there. Hopefully y'all can see that.
Can y'all see that? Let us know if y'all can't see that.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up on 150 just in case. Bang, that's 125. Throw it up on 150 just in case y'all can't see that. All right, this is no time to be comfortable, man. You feel me? It's time for Israel to start moving toward each other. You got problems and you got differences. It's time to hash that out and rap about it. You feel me? That brother you got a problem with may be just a brother or sister you need. They may have resources that we need.
I say it all the time. That person that you cringe in your teeth every time you hear their name. Yeah. Our Father has a sense of humor. You might be locked down or prison in one of these prison camps, or God knows where, right next to that very same person, sitting in that same little cubicle. So man, just watch how you treat each other. Man. Yeah. Even when you have a problem, specifically when we have a problem with each other.
No doubt, no doubt. It's time to let all that go, boy. We got bigger fish to fry. You understand? We got a major league enemy, and look, he ain't playing no games with nobody. You dig? So all right, so let's get this done. All right, right here, y'all. Again, Washington Examiner. This came out December the 14th, and this is about the EMP that's bound to hit America. Because I agree it is prehistoric. All right, go ahead, Hebrew. What did it say?
It says a presidential panel on Thursday called for an immediate attention to the imminent threat of a national blackout.
It says imminent. That means it has to happen, y'all. Huh?
Lasting possibly 6 months.
Wow.
Form a terrorist or solar attack on the nation's electric grid.
Wow.
The President's National Infrastructure Advisory Council approved a 94-page report detailing the potential challenges to the government and human life and recommendations for a new focus on the threat may be more likely by the development of electromagnetic pulse weapons by terrorists.
Dang, so
terrorist nations, including Iran.
Right, they got EMP weapons, y'all. You feel me? And if y'all don't know that, if the grid is fried, we're not doing this. You're not driving your cars. You understand? You're not on your cell phones. You ain't watching no TV, no refrigerator, no nothing.
Cuddled up in the heat,
everything. No Netflix, no Fire Stick, none of that. No real thing. It ain't got real. You see? So let's not act like, we just gonna sit on back in front of the fireplace and we just gonna wait for the Messiah to return.
There's just gonna be amenities for you until the day you old and gray and you're gonna pass away in a rocking chair with a blanket over you.
No doubt, man. This ain't what it is, man. The most I tell you in the Bible, we're gonna get it next in 2nd Ezra. Get ready for the battle. Be as a pilgrim in the earth, man. You understand? This whole spirit of hatred and not hollering at your people and all that ain't gonna do nothing but get you killed out here. You understand? Get you killed, because the worst times in the annals of world history are about to hit this earth. You understand? More specifically, America, where we at.
More specifically.
And the reason I say this is because nowhere else in the world are guns so readily available. You understand? It's over 350. It's over 40 million guns on the streets of America, man. 14 minutes, man. Look, nowhere else in the earth got that many guns.
That's just what they counted.
So, exactly. It's just the ones that's registered that they count. You ain't even counting the rest of them. The dirty guns, the throwaways, you understand? Stuff that's sold up under the table. So the elite know, in order to take America down, you're going to have to unarm the citizens. That's going to be a bloodbath. That's going to be a bloodbath. Nowhere, you can't have guns like that over in Europe. You can't have guns like that over nowhere. Everywhere the guns are controlled, not even in Israel. You can't just walk around strapped like niggas walk around with extendos here, right off the lot with it. You see, so the elite know that we got to take America down. We got to take down the infrastructure. We got to take down the economy, and we got to unarm them. And that's a whole nother war, man. That's a whole nother war.
That's when it's going, unfortunately, all the way then is when it's going to get real for some people.
Yeah. Yeah. With this right here, what does it say right up under Iran? It says what?
Its reports was the last. Its reports was the latest to warn that a blackout would be both deadly and a threat to the nation.
And a blackout would be deadly and a threat to the nation. Why deadly? Y'all know, look, we are so hooked and so spoiled on electricity. Boy, do you understand, man? People, hearts are gonna fall out their chest, man. No electricity, huh? Deadly, catastrophic for the nation. Let me go on up some more. National Infrastructure Advisory. Look at that. All right.
It said that the grid is a prime target of terrorists and that Americans are not ready for living without electricity, transportation, fuel, money, and health.
Do you hear that? We're not even ready. Look, even America's slaves, us. You see, being that we are not ready to have these things right here, to go without these things, you would think we would be preparing. You understand? No electricity. Well, what are the alternative means of energy? No transportation. We got to learn how to ride horses again. What you mean? No fuel, no money. Brother just said bartering system.
No health care.
No health care. You got to know about your herbs. Shout out to my Aki. He on live Facebook right now talking about health. And how powerful our bodies and our minds are, man.
Shout out to the young gun.
You dig? Like all these things are very important and they are paramount for the survival of a nation. Now, a lot of us like, well, we ain't going nowhere, which is understandable. Some brothers can't get passports. Some brothers are felons. Some sisters are felons. You can't go nowhere. But are you prepped to protect yours and bang while you're here? Right. Is the question. Like if it went down right now, are you ready? 95% of us are not ready.
Some of us are just stubborn and don't want to go nowhere. You know what I mean? Some of us, we want them front row seats when this thing falls. So are we getting ready? Yeah. Are we ready for that? You know what I mean?
Shout out to my aunt Benaya Israel out of Steel City, man. Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Bro, we just started. You good? It's the article, and then we're going to get into the scripts. So we just started. You dig? But all these things are paramount for the survival of a nation, man. And this war ain't going to hit. It tell you the EMP going to last for 6 months at least.
At least.
The war against Yahweh's people is not going to be on today and over tomorrow, yo. And we scattered. So you already know. You feel me? All right, where we at? People no longer. Okay.
People no longer keep enough essentials within their homes, reducing their ability to sustain themselves during an extended, prolonged outage. We need to improve individual preparedness, said the report.
This is what the report coming out of Washington, D.C. said. People no longer keep enough essentials within their homes because you done got so spoiled because Walmart right down the street or Sam's right down the street. Or Trader Joe's, you feel me? Whole Foods, that you don't even keep enough stuff in your house. You're not even ready, right? Flashlights, waters, you feel me? How many of us actually know how to bandage up our people?
Not me.
How many of our people know how to stitch up a wound?
Not me.
How many of our people know how to look at certain plants and know that's an herb right there that'll cure this, that'll cure that, that'll get rid of this infection? How many of us really know that? We not ready, man. We are spoiled slaves.
And this is knowledge that we just lost within the last 50, 60, 70 years. We go back to the early, you know what I'm saying, 21st century. Our forefathers and grandfathers and great-grandmothers, they know how to do all that. You know what I mean? They grew stuff in their own yards. There wasn't no store for the Negroes coming out of slavery to go to. There ain't no stores then. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You get shot, you know what I mean? And one of them heathens trying to chase you down and lynch you, you get shot running home. You don't get to go to the doctor. Your mom or your sister something gonna pull that bullet out your rear end.
Yeah.
Straight up. We got to learn these things again. We just lost all this knowledge, y'all.
Not that long ago. Not that long ago, man. Our grandmamas and great grandmamas knew about all the herbs and stuff and what to do, how to filter and clean water. You feel me? A lot of us got children, bro. Plenty of children. A lot of us got women, plenty of women. You got to be able to protect. You understand? And that's just what it is, man. You dig? And again, if you heard, you dig? I ain't talking about, I mean, again, it's chaos all over this earth. But if you hear in America where it's the most guns on the streets than anywhere else in the world, are you prepared to survive? That's the question. You feel me? Yeah, man. Look, we over here straight. Spiritually speaking, I'll never serve another God. I'm good. You feel me? It's time to lay my life down for what it is. Hey, it's just what it is. Right? But don't be under no illusions that you just gonna be like they don't like the post office or FEMA will knock on your door and say it's time to walk up 13 steps so I get your head cut off. No, it ain't gonna go down like that. You talking about this award is at least gonna last 3.5 years at least. Huh? It's just what it is. All right, yeah, we just spoke about the dedication of the altar going on in Israel. They just did that, man, a burnt offering sacrifice over in Israel during the last day after dedication, feast of dedication. These heathens are actually sacrificing animals' flesh. They look funny because these are supposed to be Levites, and I guess the guy that was dressed up a little extra was the high priest. Man, I damn near busted a blood vessel laughing. Like, get the hell, these are Levites.
Unbelievable.
But it's going down. Believe it or not, it's going down, man. All right. What else to say, Hebrew?
There needs to be more individual accountability for preparedness, as the report.
Yep. So surviving a catastrophic power outage. There need to be more individual accountability, man.
Secrets earlier this week pointed out some of the issues raised in the report. Given the growing frequency and severity of disasters and other risks, there needs to be an increase in individual accountability, enterprise, and community investment in resilient infrastructure.
Wow, and community investment.
Not yourself.
Community, and then especially with us that's into this truth, man. You dig? You got bodies of believers within your own zone, man. All y'all are supposed to be putting y'all powerful minds together.
We got pastors out here buying their wives $200,000 Lamborghinis, and we supposed to be getting the prayer for you. I know these churches, we know these churches ain't even talking about this at all. So that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, real talk, bro.
They still telling y'all about prosperity and victory and all the money and success you finna have. You know what I mean? That's all they talking about it now.
Individual accountability, community investment. What you think happened during the time of the Maccabees, which was a foreshadow of the Antichrist taking over in these hours? Them brothers had to come together, flee out of Jerusalem, and wage guerrilla warfare against these heathens.
Put their resources together.
Yeah.
Put all their personal bickerings aside. What we was just arguing about at class the other day. That's over.
Yeah. That's straight up. All that's over with, man. It did. Why? Because the Most High already told you Jacob's trouble was coming. He already told you get ready for the battle. He already told you the plagues are coming. He already told you a lot of our people gonna be comfortable right before this thing hit. Right? What you gonna do? All right. What to say?
There is a misconception that events occur infrequently.
There's a misconception that events or disasters occur infrequently.
Well, it's happening more than we think.
Yeah.
It's happening more than we think. I know y'all see all these earthquakes, floods, and volcanoes popping off every other day. I know y'all see.
And then most of us, man, and look, even when we in this truth, right, most of us scared to fast, man. Think about it. You scared to be at that spot in your stomach or that place in your life to where it's like, them hunger pains. And we're going to have to, look, that prepares us for what's to come. Most of us can't fast a few hours.
Boy, that 4 for 4 will be calling your name. Right down the street.
You hear me? Most of us can't even fast, bro, for like 4 days. 5 days a week.
Yeah, it's definitely something. I speak as a man. I got a lot of work to do in that area.
We got to, man. Like challenge yourself.
Yeah, you have to.
When you arrive at that moment to where your stomach feel like it's touching your back, man, pray to the Most High. Jump in some scriptures. Meditate. You start seeing, dang, hunger pains go away. Okay, bang, okay.
They really do, y'all.
Then you're like, okay, then you roll it. And then maybe the next day they come back a little harder, bing, bing, bing. You just be having to deal with it when it comes. But don't be afraid to go without because man can't live off bread alone. That's just the truth. All right, come on, Hebrew.
There needs to be more individual accountability for preparedness. Resilience at the state and local level will be critical to enable people to shelter in place and facilitate faster recovery. Any event that requires a mass evacuation will use up critical resources, clog transportation pathways, and reduce the workforce necessary for infrastructure recovery. Electricity, fuel, clean water, wastewater services, food and refrigeration, emergency medical services, communication capabilities, and some access to financial services have been identified as critical lifeline services that will be needed to sustain local communities and prevent mass migration.
Man, that deal say electricity, fuel, clean drinking water, wastewater services.
Even though we know that, I can still see a line around the corner, people fighting, trying to get to the ATM. And we just heard that you ain't gonna be able to get no money. You ain't gonna be able to go get no cash right quick. Yeah. It's going down. That's the first thing that's gonna go down is the swipies. Yeah. That's the first thing that's gonna go down, y'all.
Yeah, no doubt. You feel me? So that's what's coming, y'all. Look, this article came out 5 days ago. They've been talking about it in electromagnetic pulse or EMP. Basically, they got weapons that can fry the grid. You feel me? And if there is no electricity, you dig, what do you think the enemies of America gonna do when they realize when they hit the grid, no electricity? Boy, you ain't got no defenses. Like, how are we gonna defend? How you gonna fuel the fighter planes to defend what's going on? There's no electricity. You feel me? How you gonna get word to the troops and all? There's no electricity. What do you mean? In other words, it's gonna turn to the book of Eli around this deal, man. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be savage.
Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, Terminators. That's a good one. I just watched it. I just watched it on Netflix.
Me too.
All right. Shout out to my sister TT Noy. Yeah, sis. We just shouted out our sister Poppy. You know what I'm saying? We posted something on Facebook the day before. The young prince, his actual fever done broke. He's up under 100 degrees now with his fever, so he should be coming on home. But y'all continue to
no brain damage, anything like that.
No brain damage, no nothing with the young Hebrew. And he was up there. He was up there over 105. You understand? So that's it for that right there. I just want to let everybody know that, look, we on the brink of these things, and they telling you this. It ain't us. They are telling you this. But we got to be prepared. Next, I want to go right here on the screen. I want to show y'all, and that was the President's National Infrastructure Advisory Council. It was a 94-page report. 94-page report about an imminent EMP. That means it has to happen. All right? So that's what it is. Shout out to Mina J. Shalom. All right. All praise glory now to the Most High. You dig? And we just gonna have to be ready for it, man, and be beyond focus, right? Because you talking about little short leggers, lips poking out, your woman lips poking out. You dig?
That's right there home now.
Yeah.
This only a few days ago on the 12th.
And that's talking about the new Magic Fall, especially if you're in St. Louis. Like, why are we acting like there ain't no underground fire right outside St. Louis, edging toward nuclear waste that the government buried during the 1950s?
Man, like it is in many other cities, man.
Like, when we act like when we bury our waste out right outside St. Louis, there's an underground fire that can't put out. It's edging toward nuclear waste that the government buried in pockets around St. Louis back in the 1950s called the Manhattan Project. And we just around here just chilling like, you know, that ain't happening. Or the New Magic fault line that we sit right on top of. Last time that slipped for real, church bells were ringing in Boston. That's how powerful it was. That was in the 1800s. Right? We gotta act like we like Yellowstone volcano ain't showing you signs that's about to blow. Huh? Or the wildfires out in California, the worst in California history. The plagues are here.
But we spending out every waking hour. We spending every waking hour, y'all, chasing hustles.
Yeah.
Trying to be a business. And I'm not down in that. I'm not saying that's not important. Of course, that's how we build the infrastructure we need to prepare for these things. But you got to be ready still. You got to make time for that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to make time to actually prepare. What good is it if you got a bunch of money, you done built up and made a bunch of money, and then when it all go down, you ain't used none of it to get ready?
Yeah, you just sitting on it. Why you not putting it to work?
Rich niggas is they gonna fall too.
Yeah, that's right.
They gonna fall too. We just read you can't go get no money.
Yeah. I trip off this right. The definition of wilderness, it comes from the Hebrew word, or the root word actually is debar, which means word. Then we'll read that too, but it's mead bar. All right. Now this is the definition right here. All right, outline of biblical usage. Then we're gonna do the Strong's definition. What does it say, y'all?
Wilderness, pasture, uninhabited land, wilderness, large tracts of wilderness, Around cities.
Around cities. You're going to see that a lot in the Bible too. When you're the wilderness of this, the wilderness of that. You're going to see the wilderness of Judah. And we talk about outside of Judah, the wilderness of Jericho, the wilderness of Zin, the wilderness of Sin, the wilderness of Egypt, the wilderness of the people. There's a whole bunch of wildernesses.
Sinai.
You got John the Baptist was baptized in the wilderness of Judah, outside of city life. You feel me? In an uninhabited land, wilderness, right?
Yeah, right. So we is in the wilderness. We ain't doing a very good job at it, are we?
No, not at all.
And we already there.
I mean, come on, man.
We're not doing a very good job. We definitely ain't living like our brother Yohanan was.
No, because that brother had a leather jock strap. You know what I'm saying?
And a honey and grasshopper provisions. Yeah, man, ready to roll.
It is what it is, man. All right, so it's time for us to get there. So we see, again, pasture, uninhabited land, wilderness, large tracts of wilderness around cities, wilderness. You see mouth down there, right? But mouth, again, you see mouth or speak in Hebrew is the word dabar, which is the root word of midbar. All right, so Strong's definition. What does it say out?
Says a mouth. It's descent from the sense of from H1696 in the Hebrew, in the sense of driving, a pasture. An example, open field, withered cattle are driven. By implication, a desert.
Who?
A desert. So
you're not in the wilderness living in these cities, man. You are not in the wilderness living in these cities.
Driving cattle.
Right.
I don't know nary Negro know how to drive cattle.
No, man. We away from that. But that's the thing. You can't grow if you're comfortable. That's the whole thing. All right. So first scripture we're going to go to, y'all, 2nd Ezra of the Apocrypha. All right. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. We're going to start at verse 14. And we're going to read down to verse 52. 2nd Ezra 16.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to read on down. We're going to show you the mindset that we are supposed to be in this hour. You're not supposed to be in the spirit of being a sitting duck. You understand? You got to understand that America is the backbone of this so-called Babylonian construct. It's the military might. It's the force behind it. You dig? This place got to go up. The Most High got this place in crosshairs. So for us to be comfortable in a burning house.
Well, say that again. The Most High got this thing.
In crosshairs. This place going down. This place going down. All you got to do is just listen to the politics. Listen to what's called dog whistle politics.
Is the initiating missile lock sequence.
You hear me? Yeah, boy. Come on, man. That's where we at. The heathen is telling you what it is. Why you think most of the so-called senators and all them got dual citizenship? Why you think that?
Why you think the buzz about all these underground cities and places like the Ozarks and the Appalachians and all these different mountain ranges is why you think they building infrastructure deep underground, y'all? Come on, these movies ain't just for entertainment, and we can't forget about these stuff.
That's right.
You know, we all talk about this stuff, but we're not acting on it.
Exactly.
You know, we watch these movies and you know what I mean? We sit up and argue about these things in our social environments, but we're not acting on it. It's gonna cost us everybody and everything if we don't.
That's the truth, man. That's the truth. Joseph knew the famine was coming, and what did he do? He just sit back like, oh, that's all good, man. Most High Now he's like, you know what? Use the wisdom the Most High gave you, man, and prepare.
I'm the visor. What I'm tripping off of.
You understand?
I'm good. I don't care what's gonna happen. No, he wasn't on that.
Exactly. And then it ain't even about, because we read about being in a community, right? It ain't even about my children. You dig? Like my brother sitting next to me got children. Like all these babies, I consider my babies. You feel me?
Children, not my
children. The children, out the youth, the future, right? If you ain't talking about leaving and going nowhere, which is understandable. Because some brothers, but the Most High done put in brothers' hearts to get up and leave too. So I don't knock anybody. Brothers got passports. They're like, look, I want to travel and I want to spread the word elsewhere other than America. Salute. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, no,
I ain't got no problem with that. That brother ain't under no illusions that where he go, he's just finna be, it's gonna be like just safe and no problems. No, man. There's gonna be problems wherever you go. But if the Most High done put it in your spirit to get up and move, you understand, you better listen. The Most High put it on Abraham to get up and move. Right. Yeah, that wasn't written nowhere. Where is that written at? For Abraham to move, other than Genesis 12. But at the time when he heard Yahweh's voice, he just rolled with it. So if it's in your spirit to maneuver certain ways and do certain things, and there's no violation to the scripture, hey man, you better do it. The Most High put it on you for a reason.
You don't know what he got over there out there for you.
That's right. That's right. So let's get this, Hebrew.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent.
The what are sent?
The plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
So in other words, it's gonna get worse, y'all.
Well, they already out.
It ain't like, okay, well, it's gonna get better, man. Look, the plague's been unleashed, and they ain't gonna return again to he who sent them, which is the Most High, until they handle what they supposed to do on this earth, man. Plagues are sent, right? Come on now.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth.
Wow.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
Did y'all hear that? The scriptures say like an arrow that is shot of a mighty archer. That don't return back. That don't boomerang back. You see that? It say right there, man, these plagues, when the Most High send them, the Most High shoots and aims with super precision, heavenly precision. Right? He don't waste bullets like these Negroes out here in the streets.
Sure ain't no missing.
He ain't no missing with him. So he's very calculated and he's very strategic, man. The plagues are sent out, right? When you see forest fires in California, when you seeing Yellowstone and all that about to blow, when you feeling tremors on the New Madrid fault line, when you seeing storms out east and hurricanes taking the same path of the slave ships, man, understand this is the Most High doing this. And that's supposed to get our attention. You understand? Every man must return back to the land of his nativity. Even you, Israel. Even you. You understand? And we are closer than you think.
Closer than you think.
Closer than you think. All right. So we in what? Verse 17?
Verse 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?
You hear that? Who shall deliver me in those days? He like, woe is me. Look, Ezra is seeing these visions that the Most High, you know what I'm saying, got on his mind, these apparitions. He's seeing these visions. He's like, man, who will deliver me in those days? Who gonna deliver me? Because it's the worst times ever. Watch this, 18.
The beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
You hear that?
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death.
Wow.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do? These evils shall come.
You all heard that? He said the beginning of all the sorrows, great mournings, famine, great death. Not just death, great death.
The beginnings of all these things.
Wars, all of it, evils. Did he say, what shall I do when these evils shall come? That's a question. So that we ask that question to everybody listening. What we gonna do when these evils come? What you gonna do? Yeah, we spiritually prepared. Yeah, it's to the casket drop over here. Yeah, ain't nobody no cowards or nothing. But what you gonna do is the question. All right, verse 19. What it say?
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendments.
This is why the famine, plague, tribulation, and all this is sent. For scourges, for amendment, that you might see these things and say, you know what, let me get myself together. Let me get myself together and be better than I was the day before. Look, all this, when it's famine, when it's plague, when it's tribulation, and when it's anguish, y'all, we not comfortable.
Amendment.
Yeah, it's sent for amendment. You ain't comfortable when all these things happening, and you're not supposed to be comfortable and complacent now. That's the point. All right, verse 20.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Wow.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge.
You feel me? Because, you know, the Most High pull out a little taste and then back up a little bit to see if you really got it. Then pull it out again. You see? People still ain't going to repent, man. You seeing hula hoop size hell fall out the sky. No repentance. You seeing wildfires the worst in California history. No repentance.
They said we will rebuild. That's their idea.
Yeah.
We're just gonna rebuild.
But even the Most High tell you in Malachi, the 1st chapter, they shall build, but what? I shall throw down. That's the mindset of Edom. He said, you know what? We're going to return and build the waste places. The Most High said, yeah, they shall build, but what? I'm going to throw down. The Most High about to open up, man. This is about to be a very, very interesting time in world history. All right, let's get it, Hebrew.
Behold,
Yeah.
verse 21.
Come on.
Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Do y'all hear that? So in other words, we're going to be comfortable. A lot of our people are comfortable. That's the wrong thing to be in because you're thinking you can go to Walmart and get you a smart TV. Or you can go in there and look, they just dropped gas 10 cents, y'all. And all that don't do nothing but do what? Take you out of the spirit and vibration you're supposed to be in. The Most High requires for us to be in a spirit in this hour.
That's right. You bragging to me about you got a house in St. Louis and New Orleans and Los Angeles, but you ain't got nary what you call it a bug out bag or you ain't got nothing stopped up in all this property you got. You ain't prepared for nothing. You and your children gonna die in the first week.
That's right. That's right. And no doubt, as long as we keeping the commandments, the Maccabees and them was keeping the commandments. Right? They had to straight get proactive in this thing. That's the spiritual war turns physical, right? You're not gonna be able to just off in your own little corner, just pray until this whole thing pass, bro. This is about to be right in your face. The devil done come down. He's mad. He's gonna be hunting the children of God.
That's right.
Period. Dot. So yeah, of course we got to keep the commands because that's what the Most High require of us. But we just got to stop acting like we're gonna be able to sit back and watch all this on TV as it go down. No, you sadly mistaken. This coming right to your front door. What you gonna do? Victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good care. Oh man, we good, man. Ain't nothing happening, man. It's all good, boy. I just got a deal over there, boy. You know what I'm saying? $7.99. I hear you. What else to say, Op?
That they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth.
That's right.
Sword, famine, and great confusion.
Great confusion. Ain't no saving America, man. Ain't no saving, man. The main reason is because they done got at you. You see, the Most I say, I'm sending all this. When you see all this stuff, man, lift up your head. Your redemption draweth not. Right? But hey, he still requires for us to be in a certain vibration. We're supposed to be loving our God and his people. And again, of course, y'all, we got differences. Yeah, we gonna and amongst each other, we gonna chop that up. You feel me? But you're commanded to love your brethren. You dig? If you hate your brother, you know better than Cain, you a murderer. Right? Verse 22, what it say?
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. And the other that escape from hunger shall the sword destroy.
Y'all heard that? Many gonna die by this famine. If you escape that, here come the sword. Here come all these weapons these heathens got. They got race-specific weapons, intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, pocket drones, Hellfire missiles. Man, this thing don't win sci-fi for real. Now you was looking at sci-fi back in the day. Man, this thing is right here in your face.
Yeah, I watched something yesterday. They working on getting the heathen off the battlefield altogether and putting them in machines to pilot soldiers, mechanical soldiers to start fighting these wars. We talking about Terminator for real, drones and all that for real.
Yeah,
the military is working on that diligently. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Diligent.
That's right. That's right. Right, this thing, boy, I'm telling you, the scripture tell you in Revelation 18th chapter about the whole destiny of Babylon. Right, and even if the brothers out here, they were, Babylon and Saudi Arabia. My problem with that is, like, how in the hell do you place Babylon anywhere else and America as the most military might, the most powerful military might on the planet ain't in the conversation? How? America got 1,000 military bases, man. It ain't nothing but 190 countries. It ain't number 7 continents. It's 1,000 U.S. military bases across this so-called planet, this earth. You see? It ain't number 190 countries. What you mean they got 1,000 military bases? How you bring up Yemen and Saudi Arabia, but you don't bring America into the play? The biggest wire transfers in the world come through New York City every Monday morning, man. No, look, even though we know Babylon's a worldwide construct, you can't knock its power. Its power is from right here.
That's right.
All right, come on,
snake.
Let's get it, Doc. That's right.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung.
Yeah.
And there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted. Woo. And the city shall be cast down.
The whole earth, man. Come on.
There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Man, you talking about the book of Eli. If y'all want to get a vision, look at the book of Eli. Look at Terminator Salvation. Look at all the end time apocalyptic movies, man.
Look at it.
Look at all that.
As a matter of fact, most of the movies are end time apocalyptic movies now. Every other couple of movies is something about the end of the world. It's something about a complete change of the world and life as we know.
That's right.
All the time. Pay attention, pick up on the vibration. But what the brother said, what Matthew say all the time, we gotta vibrate high.
Yeah, man.
We ain't picking up on these frequencies. The Lord is sitting out. He on the radio station. It's breaker. You dig? And we ain't paying attention. We ain't even on the right frequency.
I ain't even trying to pay attention. So like, it's all good. I'm just gonna keep going to work and paying my bills, and you dig? Even though that's what has to happen, because this is what we're doing right now, man. In your mind and in your spirit, you're not supposed to be comfortable. You should always be thinking and making moves toward, you understand,
That's right.
Looking out and preparing, man.
That's right. And then we got people that they got the nerve to blaspheme and say this ain't real. What, your God ain't warning me what I need to be doing.
Exactly.
Your God ain't preparing me. I can't go into your scrolls and your forefathers warning us, telling us to get ready, telling us about all these wars and all this famine and destruction that's coming on. So if you're gonna tell me that this ain't the truth, then you got to show me what do you have that's gonna prepare me and my people for what's to come.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly. There ain't none of these other guys talking about nothing, man.
Nothing.
There ain't no other guys.
No, they talking about what your pastor telling you. You see what I'm saying? Bring me all your money. Bring it all to me. That's all it's about. That's all y'all thinking about. Making money and spending it.
That's it, man. And you figure as long as something don't happen to you, you safe.
Emmett Till mama said the same thing.
Oh, did she, boy?
She said the same thing. She said a couple of weeks ago, me and my baby had a good house in Chicago. I had a job. He was going to school, and I didn't think all them brothers and sisters that was going through or what they was going through down in the South. I didn't think none of that had nothing to do with me. I know now that I was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. We all affected. None of us live and die unto ourselves. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 23, and the dead shall, verse 24, there shall be no man left to till the earth. I'm sorry, y'all. Verse 25, yeah. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men.
Y'all, war's coming. The war's coming, man. The plagues are coming. The war's coming. And guess what? You public enemy number one. If you believe in this Bible, you know who Israel. You know that we are Israel. You believe in the God of Israel, the return of his son. That makes you a terrorist, man. We fighting battles on so many fronts. You understand? I know sometimes to cope with this is better for you to act as if you're going to ignore it. But you can't ignore a problem away, man. You got to deal with this head on. The Maccabees and them couldn't ignore Antiochus Epiphanes away, man. They had to deal with that. And that same thing is coming, Israelites. All right, what else to say?
So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
You ain't gonna be arguing over all that doctrine with all that. These niggas believe it, boy. The times is coming. It's gonna be good to see your fellow brethren.
Hey man, that verse put me in mind of that part on I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
He was in the store talking to the dummy. He was like, "Please talk to me." You know, his dog had died, and that was the only companionship he had.
Yeah.
Once that dog died, man, he broke down. He couldn't take that aloneness. He dying to hear a man's voice, somebody else, your brother's voice.
Exactly, y'all. Exactly. For y'all to just join, we in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. We read verses 14 through 52. You understand? And just going into the mindset, man. The mindset. Y'all see the title. You understand? The second Exodus and the wilderness. You feel me? Spiritual and physical preparation. You got to be ready, man. Knowing these times are coming, this ain't even telling you to be afraid.
Physical and spiritual preparation.
Yeah. This ain't to scare you. It's to warn you so you can be in a certain vibration in spirit when this happens. You understand? So when it happens, you won't be caught off guard. You understand? It's just what it is, man. A lot of us got to start fasting more too. Get your fast.
All of us.
Start going, start trying to go, a day and then build up. Once you're doing a day, do 2 days.
Do it with your brother. Do it with your wife. Do it with your husband. Do it with your kids, your moms. do these things with each other.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Let's start practicing getting on one accord, getting on one vibration.
That's right, Doc.
That's straight up.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 28.
That's right.
For of a city there shall be 10 left.
Whew. Out of a whole city, it's only gonna be
What's
10.
the average? What's the average American city hold? Probably anywhere between 3 to. We got about 3.5 million. New York is closer to like 10 million.
Man, look, St. Louis got if you got all
the metro area,
you got a little bit over 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking within the city limits, that's 350,000, 400,000, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? You talking about 10 left of a city?
Mm.
Yeah. I think you can start realizing how catastrophic and how many bodies gonna be dropping. You feel me? Let's get it out.
And 2 of a field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah, like the Maccabees and them had to do. They had to flee, you feel me, outside of their comfort zone, outside the city, and they had to, you understand, stay in caves and fields. That's what had to happen. All right, what else to say?
As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
With the who?
With the sword.
You see, so yeah, them neighbors coming to get at you. Yeah, them neighbors.
The purge.
Yeah, the purge. That's the purge right here in the scripture. 2nd Ezra 16:31. Them neighbors coming to get at you. You see, that's why you see the importance when the Most High say, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, man. You feel me? Us believers need to be getting together. We ain't gonna be robbing each other. But everybody outside our faith, outside our belief, what you think finna happen? What you think finna be happening? I smell me some lamb cooking up and I'm coming up in there. 32, what it say?
And the earth shall be laid waste.
Wow.
And the fields thereof shall wax old. And her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough.
Wow.
They got a show to come on the National Geographic called Life Without Man. You know what I'm saying? And they shoot it 100 years, they shoot 50 years into without man, then 100 years without man, and they shoot all the way as far as they can, and just showing the habitat, thorns, bushes, trees growing up through the buildings, all of that, y'all. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, real talk. It's real. They know it's real. That's why they always thinking about it and putting some on TV, because that's all that's on their minds. That's right. This is all that's on their minds. That's why everywhere you look, you can see hints of this. That's all they thinking about. What's on your mind? It's everywhere. You thinking it's entertainment. They let you know. See, even the enemy, the master that they serve, Hashatan, he know what time it is. He letting them know. He warned his people. You feel me? You thinking about the Vegas trip in April? Yeah, that's what y'all on. That's what y'all getting the cruise. That's what y'all preparing for. Come on, y'all. The cruise. Preparing for fight night with the guys. Yeah. With the fellas. Come on, y'all. Really? Let's get it, Hebrew. Verse 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof wet. Okay, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn. So nobody's exempt. See? The virgins shall mourn. Yeah. Having no bridegroom. That's gonna be a lot of us men dropping, man. A lot of us men gonna drop. That's why in Isaiah 4 say 7 women gonna take hold of 1 man. When you get into Isaiah 3 at the end of it, they talk about how the men gonna fall in war. You feel me? And the woman being desolate gonna sit on the ground. And 7 women gonna take hold of 1 man. You understand? Because guess what? There ain't gonna be that many men left. Ain't gonna be that many men left. Ain't that many now. Ain't that many now. We already outnumbered. But can you think about when something like this happens? Serious, man. Serious. Come on, Hebrew. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husband. Wow. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. That's right. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. That's right, Israelites. You men, that's why, look, I've been an advocate lately for stand on this Torah, stand on this word, grab the bull by the horn and establish order, man. That's right, man. You understand? Straight up, man, we got a major responsibility out here.
You understand? And we need our sisters vibrating on the same accord as us, not fighting against us. You feel me? If you in that spirit of always nitpicking and trying to fight with your man, hey, get out that spirit. Brothers, pray with them, pray over them. You understand? Cast that spirit off them. We need our sisters on one accord with us during this time. It ain't no time to be fussing over trivial matters. You understand? It's time for all us to be in order, locked and loaded in the spirit, so we can hear what the Most High got for us to do. We're going to have to link in. Huh? And if we arguing over carnal trivial matters, man, we're going to be destroyed out here. Straight up. You better ask about the Most High. He cut off whole families. Every man that pisseth against the wall. That's what the script say. That means he going to cut off every male in your family. That's serious, man. All right? Let's get it, Hebrew.
Verse 35.
Yeah.
Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord.
You heard that? You hear these things and understand them. Huh? This is something that we really need to hear. You did, and understand it. Now don't let it go in one ear and out the other. Understand this. What time we in? Why? Because it's life and death. Life and death. All right, come on now.
Behold, the word of the Lord.
Come on.
Receive it.
Right.
Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
You hear that? Believe not the gods. Look, man, it tell you right here, let go of this idolatry. You feel me? If all our people out there right now, they ain't understanding, man, they're making themselves enemies of the Most High. They did Christmas shopping and doing all this other stuff. The Most High said, you servants of the Lord. Huh? Receive it and believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Don't look, get away from that idolatry. Get away from that paganism. Why do you think the Israelites go so hard at that? Because you can't be protected if you involved in it. All right, 37.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Yeah.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
You see that? So he comparing what's about to hit with a woman that's about to give birth. And for any of our sisters that's listening, you know about them pains.
You know what it means?
You know about it. All right? So he's comparing the plagues that's coming to birth pains. That excruciating pain that you got to go through before you're delivered.
People lose their lives.
Women die. Some women die giving birth, man. All right, 39.
What they shall not slack a movement. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
Ooh.
The Lord shall, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
Man, these plagues ain't gonna be slack, man. Everybody, it's gonna be mourning everywhere. So we ain't under no illusion that you can run somewhere and you're gonna be safe. But if you in the spirit, the Most High got it in your spirit to travel and spread His word, you better do it.
I suggest you do what He tells you.
You better do it. You better do it. All of us can't be heard. You feel me? Some of us got to get out and you know what I'm saying, teach this word and baptize more disciples of a Mashiach, man. All right, let's read. Paul and them was traveling. They was moving around.
That's right.
They weren't sitting ducks.
That's real.
Feel me?
Abraham was traveling. You brought the father Abraham up early.
Yeah,
he was left and right. He was everywhere.
That's right. Verse 40, because remember Ezra asked, what shall I do when all this happen, right? Here's your answer. Verse 40.
Oh, my people.
Oh, my people. My is a pronoun that implies possession. He talking about his people, y'all, us. Oh, my people. Come on.
Hear my word.
Wow.
Make you ready to the battle.
Make you ready for what?
To the battle.
Get ready. Make you ready to the battle. You see that? Get ready, man. This is a war that we in. So hear this word. Get ready for this war.
Oh, wouldn't the phrase "make you ready" suggest preparation?
Preparation, brother. Yeah. Make you ready or prepare for this battle that's coming. Being that famine is coming, being that plagues are coming, being that earthquakes are coming, being the UN troops are coming, being that the men gonna be dropping and the women gonna be mourning and shit. Man, hey, the scriptures say get ready for war. That's the mindset you're supposed to be in, man. War, because none of us believe in the rapture, right? So that means we're not gonna grow wings and go gadget up out of here. The Most High say, get ready for this war. Get ready for the battle. That means prepare, y'all. Get ready. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to battle.
Yeah.
And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Now, we talking about Thanksgiving pilgrims. We talking about a pilgrim is someone that moves around. They not stuck in one spot. A pilgrim is somebody that's always on the move, doing the work of his Lord. That's the spirit we supposed to be in this hour. Now, how you in that spirit and you comfortable?
In no way is you in that spirit if you comfortable.
Right. If there's a war outside, ain't nobody comfortable. If you ain't sitting back in front of the fireplace, smoking your Cuban cigar.
With your his and hers Range Rovers.
your his and hers Range Rovers. Most High say prepare, man, get ready for this battle. And even in those evils, we would be like a pilgrim upon this earth, man. That's how we're supposed to be. You are not supposed to be complacent and comfortable in this hour. And then he's going to get further into it. Verse 41, what does it say?
He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away.
You hear that? So you selling something, not to say, you know what, boy, I got me a fat old stack in my pocket. Or bank account on slow. They said, no, you selling stuff so you can get up out of here, so you can flee, so you can maneuver around. Messiah say, when they persecute you in this city, do what? Be a sitting duck.
No, sir.
He say, flee ye to another. See, the hit is on. What you gonna do? And this is all about what spirit we supposed to be in as believers, man. We supposed to be in the spirit of getting ready for this war and being as a pilgrim in this earth. If I got something to sell, I'm selling it so I can get up out of here.
And that's not running scared what the brother's telling.
That's right.
It's saying be prepared so this thing can continue on.
That's right.
After we've been slaughtered in front of our families and taken prisoner and killed in battle. After those things, we need to be prepared to keep it moving, keep this thing going, just like our forefathers did, so we can have.
Exactly, exactly. Like even before the Romans invaded Jerusalem, you dig, those that listened to Christ, we the descendants of those that listened to the Messiah. Those that stayed back had to eat their children. They were eating their leather belts and phylacteries. Boy, it got real. But what did Mashiach say? Well, when you see that, you better get up out of it. Why? Because there's more places than just where they was at to preach this word. You see? And he gave us one. When you see that, you better move.
You better know.
Move out the way. You ain't ready for that. You feel me? So you shouldn't be so attached to something in your own little local city. I want people to ask, well, where you from, bro? I'm from Jerusalem. I'm from New Jerusalem. I don't claim Babylon. Like, what do you mean? Where am I from? I'm not in the streets claiming no set. No, I'm cool. I'm from New Jerusalem. Right now, I'm just passing through. Don't owe allegiance to none of this. All right. What else to say, Hebrew?
Verse 42.
That you get, and he that buyeth is one that will lose.
Verse 41 again. He that if anybody just joined, we in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 41.
Yeah.
He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away.
Wow.
And he that buyeth, as one that will lose.
And whatever you buying, you ain't so attached to it like you are today, so materialistic. Whatever you buying, you like, look, that can be took from me tomorrow. I can lose that tomorrow. So guess what? Your mindset ain't on being attached to this Babylonian westward thinking.
That's beautiful.
You see that?
That's beautiful. Ain't no use in grabbing all your degrees off the wall on your way out the door. They ain't gonna do you no good where we headed. You know what I'm saying? Your accolades. Praise a skill that we can use in this time, this war that's coming.
That's right. That's right. Come on, Hebrew.
He that occupieth merchandise, as he that hath no profit by it. And he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein.
You see the mindset we supposed to be in. He said, if you got merchandise, you like, look, you ain't got no profit off this merchandise. You build something, you building something, but you build it in the mindset, I ain't gonna live in this house. You see the mindset. We're not supposed to be attached to nothing because the Most High can require you in Israel tomorrow. Like the Most High required Abraham, leave where you at and get on over. I got something to show you. And that wasn't written down nowhere for him. He heard the voice out of it. And that's the mindset we supposed to be in. Straight up. We not attached to nothing. One of my favorite movies back in the day is Heat. The bank robbers. Robert De Niro told all of them, don't have nothing in your life that when you spot the heat around the corner, you're going to walk out in 30 seconds flat. That's the mindset we ought to be. Our only allegiance is to the Most High. You understand? He may require you elsewhere more. Are you ready?
Straight up, what you might tell? Blow the building.
You hear me? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 43. He that soweth as if he should not reap.
Wow.
So also he that planteth the vineyard, as he that shall not gather the grapes.
So he just let you know, if you're working, you understand, you ain't working for ego, you ain't working for whatever, you working as if, look, I ain't attached to none of this. Huh? I plant, but hey, I probably ain't gonna reap what I'm planting. Huh? I planted a vineyard, but I won't taste the grapes. Because this place is over. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Man, this is gonna touch on a lot of feelings right here. Verse 44.
Yeah.
They that marry,
come on,
as they that shall get no children.
Wow.
And they that marry not,
wow,
as the widowers.
You hear that? Because in your mind, you thinking like, you know, the white picket fences and that's riding off into the sunset.
The pinnacle of life.
Yeah, you know,
American dream.
Skipping to my loop.
I just want to be loved.
Yeah, I know that's gonna rattle a lot of feelings right there. You're right. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 7:2, those that marry be as though they had no wives, man.
They say they were gonna be, it say in Matthew 24, they're gonna be eating and drinking and getting married, having a wonderful time when all this goes down.
You see the mindset? Like, think about it. Who get married and think they ain't gonna have no children? Think about it. He just letting you know the mindset you ought to be in this hour.
Exactly.
Man. No matter what you doing.
That's not taken away from the beauty that's behind marriage and having children.
That's right.
That's telling y'all that these things you should be sitting up worried about. Sit up on your couch crying with put your fists all in your chin, all in your fists. You got bigger fish to fry here.
Yeah.
You got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than what you want. Desire.
Yeah.
That's right. It's danger on the horizon. We gotta prep. We got to be ready to go. We got to be ready to go. Got your bug out bag at the door.
That's right. Notice the mindset, because we gonna hitting the spiritual first. He letting you know the mindset you ought to be in right now. What spirit you to be in? Like if you get married, be as though you ain't gonna have no children in these days. Because remember, Ezra asked, "What am I gonna do?"
Well, that boy, Book of Eli, he ain't had no bath and all that. That boy had a couple of wet wipes and a half dead eyeball.
You hear me?
And a book bag.
And then a little thing of shampoo, boy. You know what I'm saying? Well, they got old boy a date. A half a thing of some shampoo and some wet wipes got him a date.
Him in the door.
That's where we gonna be, and that's the mindset you gonna have to survive what's coming, y'all. You dig? And again, like my brother said, I ain't taking away from the beauty of marriage and having children. I'm still having children. I'm still out here popping children. You understand?
I want several more to be at the Lord's will.
You feel me? But the mindset that don't change what's coming. Just because Mally decided to take on wives and have children ain't gonna stop what's coming.
Right? You raising trophies for yourself or soldiers for your house.
Yeah.
Verse 43.
Come on. But
verse 45.
Yeah.
And therefore they that labor in vain.
Y'all heard that? You working so hard
for this money. 12 hours.
That just say, boy, if you laboring for nothing.
I'm getting to the bag. That's what they saying now, bro. I'm getting to the bag.
Yeah.
Everybody getting to the bag.
Yeah. In these days, you laboring in vain. You feel me? And shout out to all my brothers that's working hard and sisters that's working hard. We understand, man. We with all that. Right? So this ain't promoting not to handle your business. It's letting you know what mind you ought to be in, because if you're not gonna survive.
What are we using that fruit that we working so diligently to have? What are we using that to feed?
That's right.
Our flesh or the spirit?
That's right. That's right. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 46.
Now watch some mumble mouth Negroes claim that we teaching opposite. You're teaching a bum doctrine. No, we are reading the Bible and preparing our people spiritually and physically for the times to come. Right? Verse 46.
For strangers shall reap their fruits.
Wow.
And spoil their goods.
Oh, wow.
Overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children.
So you got FEMA camps now. You feel me? Strangers coming right in, taking everything you work so hard for. Your his and hers, but you say Land Rovers outside.
That's over with. They're coming to get them.
They're coming to get all that. What you mean? You know, you got over 300,000 United Nations troops on this soil. You got over 40 or 50,000 Russian troops on this soil. Not to mention the mercenaries, Blackwater militia and all that. Not to mention all the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the race specific. Well, not to mention all that, man. The scripts say, guess what? They coming.
You niggas talking about let's raise up an army.
So now that's why you see is for us to be together, and then we praying on one accord, man. Look, calling the airstrike, like my aunt used to say. Calling the airstrike,
nuclear airstrike.
Now we got angels. We got the Most High power on our side. You understand? But again, get your minds ready, man. A lot of our people are not ready. If you can't fast for a few days, you're not ready. You're not ready if you can't fast for a few days. So,
hey, look, y'all, it's not the easiest thing you've ever done, but it's not supposed to be, because you reap so many benefits from being able to fast. Practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? Some of us been overweight before and got healthy again. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy at first.
That's right.
But if you keep doing it, you keep trying, you keep practicing, you're going to get better than you ever thought you could get. Just keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Do it together. Do it with somebody.
That's right.
It helps.
Okay, hence, gather yourselves together. And I'll go back to that scripture in Zephaniah, the 2nd chapter. Get yourselves together before the anger of the Most High. You understand? Before you live in nose deep in this. All right, what did it say out?
Verse 47.
Yeah.
And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin, saith Yahweh.
You hear what he said? You see that? The more, look, if you in the spirit of like, oh man, I ain't worried about that, and you let me keep occupy the merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities and their houses, their possessions, and their own. I got $500 jeans on. Man. Most I said, the more I'm be angry with them. Why? Because you not listening to what I told you. That ain't the mindset you ought to be in this hour. You understand? Getting back to the bag. Huh? And if it is about the bag, guess what? You need to be getting that bag so you can get something to hold down your people. You understand? Your people. This is what this thing is about. This thing about to hit worldwide. All right, come on now.
Verse 49.
And he gonna compare it, right?
Like as a whore, envious a right, honest, and virtuous woman.
That's how angry the Most High gonna be at those of us that are not spiritually prepared for this thing. Just like a whore envies a virtuous woman.
Yeah, I know how these daughters do. They see a man and see he got a wife and all that. They don't care nothing about none of that. Straight up.
Man, what they call them today, thoughts. They're like a thought of envy. One of you virtuous or honest sisters is in this truth, man.
Try to look down on you, dog, because you don't dress like them and you tell them they shouldn't. You know what I mean? They trying to hate on you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's how angry the Most High can be with his people in that day. If we're in the spirit, like ain't none of this about to hit. He warned us. That's the beautiful thing about it. Warn my people. Let them know so they can understand, be ready in mind for this war that's coming. Right? And he let it be known, if you got merchandise, be as though you ain't got no profit by it. If you're going to sell it, be it as if you're going to flee away. You're going to marry, be as if you ain't going to have no children. That's the mindset you're going to need to combat what's coming. And the Most High warned us, man. He's so beautiful. Come on now.
Verse 50. Yeah. So shall righteousness hate iniquity when she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face. When he cometh, that shall defend him that diligently searcheth out every sin upon the earth.
Come on.
And therefore be ye not like thereunto.
Do y'all hear that? Come on.
Nor to the works thereof.
So I say, don't be like that. Don't be in the spirit of I'm gonna keep decking my houses and my cars and my own persons. I ain't worried. I'm not in the spirit. I'm in the spirit of being comfortable and complacent. The Most High. I say, don't be like that.
Be like that.
Don't be like that. Verse 52, last verse.
For yet a little, and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth. And righteousness shall reign among you.
You hear that? So before righteousness can reign among us, guess what? We got to get ready for this war that's imminent, y'all. And look, the Bible ain't just only telling you. Guess what else is telling you? Guess what else is telling you? These heathens that's running all this, letting you know. They know their time is up. All right, you getting some understanding thus far. Throw a 7 up in this deal. Next scripture is Isaiah the 13th chapter. Guess what? This is about the destruction of Babylon too. And you're going to see something beautiful in here. It's going to say every man must flee to his own land. Israel, we have a land, man. We have an inheritance. You see?
It's beautiful.
And all of this has to do with the second Exodus that's coming, the wilderness experience. You understand? Then us getting the land.
It's what we have. It's not what we build here, y'all. That's not what we have to look forward to.
That's right.
It's bigger than that. This is just to get us through.
Yeah, that's right.
This is just get us through. It's like packing a lunch right here. What we doing over here? We're just packing a lunch. So when it's time for us to go to the crib, we got something to snack on the way, man.
Yeah, like look, we ain't under no Black Wall Street illusions.
No, in no way.
Now, we ain't even under that. And look, even that just was black capitalism. You feel me? That ain't even the construct the Most High God set up for us in the Bible for the believers, like in Acts 2 and Acts the 4th chapter. That was black capitalism. That's all it was. You understand? It was the very system we under now, just with a black face on it, which is still evil. All right, so we ain't under no Black Wall Street illusions. We talking about being mentally and physically prepared, man. The grid got fried right now. You're done. If you're sitting up under some people trying to tell you, don't worry about it. Just wait for the Antichrist to show himself. Man, look, dog, look, this enemy is crafty. He know a lot of us are sitting up thinking, oh, I'm just gonna sit back and just wait till I see something, and then I'm gonna get fired up under my ass. No, you not. No, you not. Diligence is practice, man. You gotta practice that being diligent. You can't get diligent all of a sudden just because you wake up now. No, you got to practice at being diligent, man. Constantly doing this. All right, so they get some understanding. All praises. Next scripture. Yeah, Jacob's trouble. Huh? Yeah, Jacob's trouble. That's what we're talking about. All right. Jacob's trouble going to be real deal. Jacob's trouble is going to be real deal, man. Isaiah 13 is where we're going next. We're going to read this whole chapter. Isaiah 13, 1 through 22. This is about the fall of Babylon too, and the mindset his people ought to be in.
Start verse 1.
Yeah, start at verse 1. How y'all good? Can y'all see that? Oh, you reading off there. Let me make sure they can see that.
Yeah, you can pull that up. Make that
look.
Let us know if man need to make that bigger.
Yeah, how y'all looking? Can y'all see that? I think y'all can see that if y'all turn the phone. It's on 150%. Yeah, worse than 70 AD. Yeah, nah, brother L Nam. Shalom, no, brother. No, we not gonna do you like the one Negroes. Make you flee to Egypt, and then they go to Europe. they go to England somewhere. You know what I'm saying? No, we talking about being ready in mindset. You understand? And hey, and since you heard, you ain't going nowhere, right? Better get ready for this battle then. But the scripture did just say, be as what? Pilgrims in the earth.
Ready to move.
Be ready to move around, man. Why do you feel like I live in St. Louis? Why do I feel like I have an allegiance to St. Louis? I don't owe St. Louis nothing. No matter where you brothers and sisters, you don't owe these little Babylonian cities no allegiance.
I ain't burning nary St. Louis jersey when it's time for us to roll.
Please.
I'm not burning no jerseys or none of that.
Like I'm finna be flying a Missouri flag around her. Stop that, man. You understand? My allegiance to the Most High. And if he require me in Israel tomorrow, I'm out of her. If he require me in Africa somewhere, I'm out of her. If he require me in the Caribbean, I'm out of her, man. What you mean? That's because the Lord called you. And if he got it on you to travel and spread his word, man, and raise up more teachers and disciples of Christ, you better do it. You better do it. All right? Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
The burden of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
See, the burden of Babylon. Y'all loving Babylon today. Everybody love old Babylon, huh? But it say the burden of Babylon. I mean, a lot of y'all may say, well, this was ancient. This happened already. Let's see. Let's see.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Exalt the voice unto them.
Come on.
Shake the hand. That they may go into the gates of the nobles.
You hear this? So we supposed to be raising up our voice and shaking the hand, not like a hand clap.
No.
Feel me? Like telling people off. You understand? Letting these heathens know what time it is, man. That they may go into the gates of the nobles. That they go tell everybody them Israelites them woke up. Dang, they know. Huh? Let's read. I remember this is about the destruction of Babylon. So if Babylon, where you at, and Babylon gonna be destroyed, what's up with you? Where are you going? Let's read. Let's read.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my heights.
Come on.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
So in other words, it's the Most High that's putting the spirit on these other nations to come and get at Babylon. It's the Most High. You feel me? Now, if you know anything about how ancient Babylon was took over, it wasn't even an arrow shot off. But it basically was a smooth transition. Cyrus, the king of the Persians and the Medes, they came right into the gates and took over. And Daniel prophesied about it in Daniel the 5th chapter. So your kingdom is divided, and the Persians and the Medes are going to take over tonight. You understand? And that's what happened. So when we read this end time language in Isaiah the 13th chapter, no one can say this happened already. Because Babylon, when it got ancient Babylon, when it got took over by Persia, it was not what we about to read. It is not what we about to read. So if it wasn't then, then it must be now. Let's read. Let's read.
Verse 4 again.
Yeah.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
He the one that got this spirit of war out here, man. Now trip off this. We just read in that article earlier that Iran, which is ancient Persia, the kings of the Medes and the Persians.
Look at that.
They were the same nation that took down ancient Babylon. And it was real smooth. It wasn't no big fight. It wasn't none of that, man. They just came right on in and took it down. Smooth transition. Freed its slaves, which was us. All right? Now watch this. Come on now.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
They come from a far country. They come from a far country.
Come on.
From the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
So if it's the Most High put the spirit of war out here, then guess what? That's the Most High use them as weapons to get at Babylon, to pay Babylon back. So he's raising up nations to come get at this place, man. Nations to come get at this place, right? Let's read.
Howl ye.
Do what?
Howl ye.
No, whisper.
Howl ye. For the day of the Lord is at hand.
Yeah.
It shall come as a mighty destruction from the Almighty.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. You see that? The day of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh, when he sent his son with the greatest army ever in existence. And to tell you another scripture, the sun and moon will be blacked out, lights out. Come on, Hebrew.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
That's how you know this place going up in smoke, man. Come on, let's get it out.
Verse 9. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
That's why, look, they tell you in the book of Tobit, man, those that sin are enemies to their own soul, man. Especially for us that's in this truth, they understand we're supposed to be keeping the commands and all that. The Most High say he gonna lay everything flat and he gonna destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Those that are violating his command. All right, come on, Hebrew.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. So much for all your astrology and your tarot card reading and all that. What you gonna use then?
Yeah, you so-called Kemet Hotep Negroes.
What you gonna use then, Mr. Star Reader, man?
We talking about lights out. We talking about day of darkness. You feel me? And it's the same thing, even if nuclear missiles get shot off, man. You're not gonna be able to just look up and see the sun and like you're gonna be doing the Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or like you just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, laid up like Farnsworth Bentley. No, that's not what's about to happen here, man. You about to be forced out of your comfort zone. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. You feel me? And you got to be spiritually prepared for that. And physically. All right, come on now.
For this verse 10 again, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Wow, come on.
And I will punish the world for their evil. And I will punish the world for their evil.
Hallelujah.
And the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Oh, yeah.
And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir.
Now trip off that. You feel me? Because we read in 2 Ezra 16 about how the men gonna be getting killed, man. Huh? But boy, a man in that day gonna be more precious than fine gold. So it's gonna be like a man. What kind of a man? Hey, if y'all ever watched that old 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston, when he got about it, when he fled about Egypt and ran to Jethro, and Jethro had all his daughters, right? And Moses was over there getting water out the well or whatever, and then the daughters came back. One of the daughters came back to the rest of her sisters and was like, "Hey, y'all, it's a man outside." They said, "A man? What kind of a man?" They jumped up and they showed they was dressed up, and you feel me? A man is coming. That's how precious a man gonna be in that day, because it ain't that many. It ain't gonna be that many, man. You understand? And if you gonna die, make sure you die for standing up for being righteous, man.
Boy, y'all hate us now, boy. You're gonna be longer to even just catch a glimpse of one.
Yeah.
Sooner than you think.
It is what it is, man. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 12. No, did I finish that verse? Yes, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir.
They don't even know what Ophir is today. Some say America back in the day where they was mining gold. Some say certain parts of Africa. But the point being that a man gonna be precious because there ain't gonna be that many of us left. Like it ain't that many of us now. But it's gonna be even more. The numbers y'all outnumber us so much, it's gonna be ridiculous, man. All right, come on now.
Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. In the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that hath no man taketh up, that they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land.
Y'all heard that? You heard that? The end game is, guess what? You got to turn to your own people and flee to your own land. This is at the destruction of Babylon. You feel me? Now, everybody else got somewhere to go. Everybody else, they getting dual citizenship and all that. Where you going? Have you even thought about it? Like, dang, you know what? This ain't our inheritance. You understand? Eventually, even regardless if you talking about leaving now or leaving then, when you're done talking, we gotta leave. We gotta leave. You understand? It's just everything on the Most High's time or whatever. But I'll never knock any brother that's in his spirit right now. Like, look, man, I'm ready to leave now and do work elsewhere.
That's right.
Handle your business, man. Handle your business. You understand? But understand, we've been reading the whole world. It's gonna be chaos all over the world. It did, but may the Most High be with you, man. You feel me? Some of us can't get passports, man. Some brothers are actually felons. They can't get passports.
Stuck here.
You understand? But the Most High, if it's meant for you, if he wants you elsewhere, you coming about it. Believe that. Believe that. You dig? So trip off that. It says, turn to your own people and flee everyone to his own land. Have y'all noticed the wave of so-called Latin Americans that's walking from South America up to Mexico? The border of Mexico and Texas? Have y'all seen that? Caravans of them, man. You talking about thousands of so-called Latin Americans. They are actually walking from South America through Central America up through Mexico. You feel me? And they down on the border right now. There's a big controversy. Trump talking about it and everything. What are we going to do with all these people? Could it be that this is starting to be fulfilled? That every man is starting to flee to his own land? Turning to his own people? I mean, how do you look at thousands of people leaving somewhere and walking back to where they originally from? How do you do that? You talking about thousands of people, man. So much to where Trump and them had to put extra security down on the border. We
whole countries of people leaving.
Whole
town leaving at a time.
Straight up,
Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Wow.
And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Do y'all hear that? So the scripture let it be known, like, man, look, the enemy gonna be hunting. The enemy is gonna be hunting in that day, man. Huh? Everybody that's joined unto him. But so everyone that is found shall be thrust through. See, we're gonna have you ain't leaving Babylon, you're gonna have to be heard and ready to defend, you feel me? Your people.
Your life.
Because it's coming. All right. You're not about to be able to sit back and watch this and eat popcorn, man. Like some people had you believing. Oh man, when this is going down, I'll be eating popcorn, watching TV. No, the hell you not.
Boy, smiles and laughter is gonna be scarce.
No, the hell you not. You're not gonna be watching TV in that day. If electricity is even around because of the EMP. All right, come on.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ugly, man.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
That means rape, y'all. Y'all see that? That you see what's happening. So that's why you ain't talking about maneuvering, going nowhere. We heard, bro, we gonna have to have each other back. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no reason why we ain't got safe houses all over. Ain't no reason why we ain't got places of refuge all over. Ain't no reason why Israelites ain't got lands and communities now, man.
Well,
no, because this is what's gonna happen. Your children gonna be dashed to pieces. Boy, them little babies, what? Love my babies. Love all these babies. You feel me? What it say? Their houses shall be spoiled. They coming in them houses you so comfortable in. And they say your wives are gonna be raped, man. That's what's coming. The very same thing that hit ancient Israel back in the day when the Greeks was ruling is coming right back full circle. Are we prepared is what I'm saying.
People say all the time, history repeats itself.
Yeah.
People say it all the time. History repeats itself,
man.
What do you think is happening right now?
That's right, man. That's right. Verse 17.
Finish verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Wow, come on.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
You hear that? The Medes, there's Mede and Persia, or the Persian Median Empire, Media Persia. Y'all, that's modern day Iran. And how ironic the article we read mentioned Iran in there as having an electromagnetic weapon that could easily fry a grid. Now, trip off this. That didn't happen when ancient Babylon was took down by Persia. What we read didn't happen. So when is this gonna happen? So the Most High said, I'm gonna stir up the Medes against them. It's the Most High that's doing it. It ain't nothing else. It's the Most High that put a spirit of war, and he gonna make them come get at Babylon. And the Assembly of Nations backing them. Russia and all them, because they back Iran. What else to say?
Their bows behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in.
Meaning you ain't gonna be able to pay them off. Now, hold on, man. I got this money. I got this 200,000. I got this 400,000. Now I'm hood rich. Man, they ain't not here for that. Speaking no English. What you mean? We here on a straight up mission to spoil and render Babylon its just reward, man. And you ain't gonna be able to pay them off because they here on a hit directly from the Most High. Come on now.
Verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
They ain't gonna have no pity on our children, man. Nigga, they guns and weapons they got gonna dash us to pieces.
They don't got no pity on your children now. And smoke your son in the street with you standing there, and smoke you if you got too much to say about it. Right. And if you don't take the money that they gonna tell you to pay you off to keep you quiet.
Yeah, it's like with Sandra Bland, they try to pay her show of what, 1.3 million? Man, that's chump change.
Chump change.
Her death was worth $1 million. Come on, man. Wrongful death lawsuit. Her family gets paid $1 million. Come on, now.
It's a wrongful death lawsuit, but ain't nobody in jail.
Ain't nobody in jail behind it. Y'all made it a civil matter, not a criminal matter. What else to say?
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellence, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Now you see that? Now hold on. How is Babylon, ancient Babylon back then was around where Iraq is now? Huh? Is that like Sodom and Gomorrah, or are people still living there? That's how you know that this Babylon Isaiah was prophesying about is in this day. It shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. How did the Most High overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? With fire
and brimstone.
That's right.
From the skies and all their neighbors too.
That's right. That's right. And the surrounding cities. You see that? That's talking about where you at now. And you see what's gonna happen, man. You understand? Wives ravished, children cut to pieces, men die in war. So since we heard, we're gonna have to hold it down. That's the point, man.
We don't see. I asked somebody the other day, how do you not see how despite horrible things that we know were purposely perpetrated, like Katrina and things like that, how do we not see that these tornadoes and these earthquakes and all these different things are happening in these cities to all these different coastlands and all these different places, but the neighborhoods that you and I are living in, they still standing? How are we not seeing these as warnings from our Father to let us know to get ready, because this is about to go global in a minute?
That's right.
He's trying to tell us. I'm not just about to visit this on these heathens. I'm visiting this on everything. Yeah. And if you want to get down with them, if this is what you love, if this is where it's at for you, see, you don't even understand that this is why most of us struggle in this construct. This is why you can't get on. You feel like you work too hard and all that, because this ain't for you in the first place. You're putting too much stock in it, and you're breaking your back, and you're killing yourself for something that's going to perish anyway. Your stock is in the wrong place, family.
That's right. Right.
Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
That's how you know that's not Iraq, man. You feel me? Because it's dwelt in. That's talking about where you at right now. Come on,
I kill that right there too. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. And they ain't that's who dwelling all over there now.
Yeah, and amongst us.
Okay.
You feel me? Come on, Doc. Damn Arabs got
all over the world, ain't
it? Yeah.
Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. Wow. And owls shall dwell there, and the satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
All right, we're going to read in Isaiah 14, 1 through 7. Because even though Babylon will get destroyed, the Most High going to have mercy on his people. Ooh, you feel me? He's going to have mercy on his people. You understand? But before we get the land, what is it that we got to go through? A wilderness experience.
What do diamonds go through before they get a chance to shine?
Ooh, pressure.
Time and fire.
That's right, baby.
Pressure, time, and fire.
Pressure.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Y'all hear that? So this is all one complete thought. Isaiah is talking about the destruction of Babylon, and right when Babylon is being destroyed, guess what? Israel is being redeemed.
Talking to us, y'all. Talking to us, people.
That's right. That's right. Israel will be redeemed.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel.
Come on.
And set them in their own land.
That means Israel is not in their own land. And y'all, this also means there's a second Exodus coming.
Uh-oh.
Right? Because if Babylon falling, but the Most High set Israel in their own land, that means we got to do what?
Come up out of this one.
Come up out of it. It's like we had to come up out of Egypt. There's a second Exodus coming, man. And with the Exodus, after the Exodus comes a wilderness, where rebels must be purged. Then you get your kingdom. And they don't want to talk about that though, huh?
No.
All right, come on,
They want to have slaves and stuff heard.
Yeah.
So they can upload it on
So you upload it on World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah. And set them in their own land. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And the strangers shall be joined with them. I'm gonna read that again, bro. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Judah. That's for all you going here, bro. Yeah, that's for all y'all that love hating the white man, hating everybody, but you're not hating what we doing to ourselves. You're not hating that more. You hating them more than you hate what we doing to ourselves. How they this and they that, and you talking about all of what they is and what they ain't, but we ain't dealing with what we didn't know, man. Yeah, you're wasting your energy hating too hard on the wrong thing.
Yeah, to speak on the love of the Most High God for Jacob. See the mercy you're going to have. But trip off this, strangers going to be joined with those that are, the strangers are those that worship the God of Israel. You feel me? And guess what? They going to, look, these heathens going to know when this whole thing done went belly up, man. They going to understand when everything done went belly up and it's over. You dig? And guess what? They like, nah, we rolling with y'all. What is it you need me to do?
What is it you need me to do?
How can I bless Jacob right now? Any believing Gentile, this spirit you ought to be in, man. Well, how can I bless your people now? Because I want to be in that number when y'all come up out of here.
We see it. We see remnants of it now. Some of these other nations, white, whatever color you want to call them, worship the ground we walk on.
Yeah.
They want to know. They want to be around. They want to appropriate everything you're doing. They want to be a part of the family. You know what I mean? It's already on their spirit.
Yeah, no doubt. You feel me? And that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. It's just, guess what? Everybody has their proper perspective that they got to play in their position. They got to play.
Yeah, straight up, every white man and white woman that you see just ain't the devil, y'all. That just ain't what it is.
You know, the Arab or the African.
They just, every person just ain't the devil because they not you.
Yeah. He did. I heard the Negro. He was spitting almost. The devil. Boy, and as soon as he come a pain in their back, that's where he went to the hospital and hollered at the devil. And the devil prescribed him some sorcery medication.
And he took
it. I said, boy, we should have went to the devil. You know what I'm saying? Did he have an excuse? Oh man, you know they wise and they kingdom is.
I bet they is.
I bet they is. You just went to the devil, brother.
What's it? Verse 2?
Come on out.
Yeah. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Come on.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
That's your role as a stranger that serve the God of Israel. You're going to be had in possession of the children of Israel as a servant or a handmaid. That's just the truth. You feel me? Now, if all of them get killed off, whether they be so-called whites or Arabs or if all of them get killed off, who gonna be your servants and handmaids?
Come on, if they ain't getting into the kingdom, who gonna be serving you there?
Yeah, that's just like, you know, a lot of stuff ain't making sense once you start reading it for what it is. You understand? And look, that's gonna be something that's gonna be a righteous servitude, man.
A beautiful thing.
Like, we're not finna clan this backwards. Like, we're not finna put on black KKK robes and, you understand, do them like that. No, it's gonna be a righteous dictatorship. It will be a dictatorship. It won't be a democracy. It won't be a republic. You not voting. You did. But guess what? It'll be righteous. It'll be righteous. You understand? And the law of God will be enforced in that day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Come on, bro.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
That's right.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We're gonna rule over these heathens.
Hallelujah.
We're gonna rule over
all praise to the Most High.
Even the believing Gentile. We're gonna rule over them, man. You feel me? Because we are the kings of the earth. We are the kingdom of kings and priests that was spoken of in Exodus the 19th chapter. Right. And that's nothing for you to be ashamed of, man. It's nothing for you to be ashamed of, man. Love your God and love his people. You feel me?
We love talking about kings and queens and how we're royalty, but we just don't know how royal we really are. What level of royalty this is.
Yeah.
It's an intergalactic heavenly royalty that we up under.
That's right.
And so it comes with a job. I was stressing that the other day, being a king and a queen, it ain't just about being served and being revered and being exalted. It's about servitude, man. You serve. As a king and a queen, you are appointed to the highest office of servitude.
Yeah.
The highest office of servitude. That's what the president of the United States said all the time. You know what I'm saying? He served the country.
Yeah.
What you think you do as a king and a queen?
As is the king, so is the subjects.
There it is.
All right, come on, now let's get it.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. Hallelujah. And from thy fear. and from the hard bondage where thou was made to serve.
That hard bondage. That's how y'all know they're talking about us, man. These so-called imposter Jewish folks ain't never had no hard bondage, man.
You ain't got a callus on no.
You talking about 4 years in Auschwitz and you know what I'm saying, and wherever else they was there. Stop it, man. The hard bondage. You talking about 400 years of untreated psychological trauma. Hard bondage. When the Most High give us rest from that, that day is coming, man. Right? Come on now.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindered.
Ain't none to save you.
Your golden cities is coming down.
None hindereth. Ain't nothing gonna save you in that day, boy. Come on now.
Verse 7. The whole earth is at rest, boy, and it's quiet. Say, boy, when you heathens go down, everything is gonna be back quiet and peaceful.
That's right. Everything gonna be back in its proper order.
Oh man,
that's what that's what's needed in this hour.
And just in this spirit, real quick, just for a good laugh, it's a Saturday Night Live skit that they did. It's called Whites. You hear me? And they say, even though we've been in power, we did everything we can to keep in power, we know that it's coming to an end. Yeah. So what we're gonna do in these last few days, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna enjoy ourselves because we know that it's only a matter of time that this thing blow up in our face. Yeah. It's on Saturday Night Live. It's called Whites, y'all. It's hilarious.
Man, it's off the chain.
It's hilarious.
And they let you know that these heathens know.
They know.
And not only do they know, they understand the reckoning that's coming. You feel me? They're like, look, we deserve that. You feel me? I didn't talk to a Gentile before. They told me, like, man, look, my people deserve everything that's coming from your God. You feel me? I just pray one day I may be found worthy just to even be mentioned or be, you feel me? If he told me, he was like, look, I'm sorry for whatever my forefathers did to y'all, man. I'm sorry. And I know they don't hold much weight. You did. But I know my people got hell to pay for what has happened here. We didn't become this powerful by good business ethics and exchanging smooth soliloquy. No, we raped, we robbed, we were deceitful. We were all that.
To the best of their ability.
You feel me? And we tried the best to take the light away from y'all so y'all would never understand who y'all were in these last days, and we failed tremendously. I done had heathens apologize to me for the crimes that their fathers did to ours.
Shed tears in my face. When you explain to them your perspective on what's really going on.
Yeah. And they understand that's righteous. Like I explained to them our situation, but like, man, what if I did everything? Say it was just me and you. It was me and you, and I kicked your dough in. You understand? Killed you. You feel me? And put your children as dogs on chains in the basement. Say I did that today. You feel me? And then I end up dying off, but my children inherit the very house that I stole.
Oh, my goodness.
You feel me? And kept the children in chains as dogs in the basement and fed them slop. I'm like, what should happen to them? You feel me? He had to keep it real. It's like, shit, what you mean what should happen to them? They deserve justice. The children in the basement deserve justice because those that are ruling the house, that inherited the house that was stolen from their fathers, are reaping the benefits of the deception that their fathers did to their fathers. You understand? And they continue the same oppression with the children that are in the basement. He was like, the judgment is just. There you go. You said it yourself. Out of your own mouth is a righteous judgment. You understood it.
And you don't got to believe in this Bible. You don't have to. I bet you believe in karma. If you don't believe in this, I bet you believe in what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
I bet you believe in you reap what you sow. I know you believe in that. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Whatever you put out, that's what comes back.
What you get back, brother. All right. The whole rest, go ahead. That was verse 7. All right. Next, we're going to go to Revelation 18. And these first few scriptures, y'all, is about just getting us ready mentally, our mindset, spiritually. What mindset are we to be in if we are living in a house that's on fire? You just read that Babylon, the Most High gonna do the Babylon just like he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. That was overthrown by fire. So you actually are in a burning house right now. and you're arguing over what color you're gonna paint the walls. You arguing over the electricity. You arguing over your TV. The house on fire. Hell, we arguing over. Either you about to put the fire out, which you can't, or guess what? You're gonna start making preparations to what? Get about the house. You want to be found in the right vibration when the Most High decide to move you, man.
That's right.
You feel me? And if you ain't even listening, a lot of us don't even listen to that, to the voice of Yahweh, or what the New Agers call your higher self. Yeah, you talking about the voice of the Most High that a lot of us ignore 1,000 times a day, that voice? Yeah, a lot of us ain't even listening to that, man. You got something you want to say, brother? Go ahead.
No, I'm just, you say the higher self, so you talking to you. It don't even make sense when you say it back. You know, when you play that back, you hit rewind and play that back what you just said. It don't make no sense.
That's right. That's right. You talking to you. Oh boy. Anything to take credit from the Bible. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Anything to take credit from the Bible.
Right, from God.
Nobody want to pay homage, you dig, to what it is, man. The Bible is a roadmap to the unseen, man. Period.
Say that again, bro.
The Bible is a roadmap to the unseen. All this new age philosophy and jewels, everybody all app, they law of attraction, everybody clapping. Man, they getting all that out the Bible, man.
Talk to them, bro.
Look, they get all that out the Bible. You feel me? Even with the book 48 Laws of Power, the same dude wrote the laws of seduction. You feel me? And those books teach you how to be deceitful. It show you what the heathen had to go through to maintain their power, man. Right? The 48 Laws of Power is about deception. That's what it's about. How to maintain power on this realm.
It's a dagger.
It's all about this. Read. I've been read. We read that book over 10 years ago. I'm like, man, this book's evil. It's all about deceiving. It's all about deception. It ain't about nothing else. You'll find a few jewels and okay, I get that. But for the most part, it's about being deceptive. Evil is all here. All right. Revelation 18, 1 through 11.
Let's get her done.
Seal clapping, TT Noy. Seal clapping. At the zoo at feed time. Yeah.
Revelation chapter 18 started verse
1. We're gonna read 1 through 11. We in Revelation 18, 1 through 11. We're about to get into this wilderness though.
With Jehovah's permission. Revelations 18. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is becoming the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Now, if y'all, regardless, you trip off there, that's why I keep saying, the time is coming, we're going to have to leave her, man. Time is coming, we're going to have to leave her. You feel me? What you think this is right here when this angel get to yelling, Babylon the Great is fallen, is fallen. It say, man, it's the dwelling place of devils, the hold of every foul spirit. And look, just look. And the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Just look, y'all. Just look. Just look. Just slow down and just look. Look at America. You can come here and be whatever you want to be. You can marry your dog, cat, trash can.
Yeah.
I just saw a video of a heathen laying up under a roller coaster, licking on it, talking about he was sexually attracted to
the roller coaster.
He wasn't playing. That wasn't a gimmick. He didn't get paid to do that. He's mentally disturbed. Every foul thing, every wicked cage bird. Man. This place is you can come here and do whatever you want. Yeah. You can be born a man. Your mother can call you and love you as her only son. And when she died, you can turn yourself into a woman.
Yeah.
And roll like that.
Yeah, you can be gender neutral.
You can do what you want to do.
Gender reassignment. I saw a video on YouTube last year where this heathen was making love to his car. Come on, man. All intimate with the tailpipe and all on the hood. I'm like, oh my. You feel me? So you can't say again, you can't act like this ain't Babylon, y'all, because this type of activity ain't even allowed in certain parts of the world. You feel me? You can't go to Saudi Arabia talking about you got your shirt tied up in the back as a man switching.
No.
Well, they'll cut your head off.
Brick shower.
I'm talking about in the public.
You can't have as many kids as you want to marry. Who you want up in China.
This is the place.
You're going to overthrow the government.
Yeah, this is the place where you can do all that. Whatever you want, right? Verse 3, what it say, y'all?
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornications with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Y'all see that? So what's letting it be known? Like her wine, her cup of her fornication, her influence spread all over the earth.
It say the earth are waxed rich. It say through the abundance of her delicacies. I read an article today. It say China's chopping down thousands and thousands of trees in their forests to make furniture because these Americans desire cheap furniture so much. IKEA and all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that's made in China, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just slap a German name on it because it's German owned. Yeah. They doing all that over in China. Yeah. Cause we just can't have enough.
Yeah, real talk, man. And then a lot of too, we was the original commodities on the stock market coming over here with these so-called slave ships, with insurance policies written out on us. You feel me? Why you think when they come into, I mean, foreigners come in and flood our neighborhoods, man, because we the consumers.
We the consumers.
We the ones. They getting rich off us and our ignorance, man. Nigga, they ain't right sit up in there and just look. We ain't even no threat no more. I was in the gas station today, man. The Arab ain't even looking at us coming in there. He like, these niggas don't want no smoke. He ain't sitting over there with his head down, reading whatever he reading. He ain't even tripping off us
at all.
You ain't even a threat no more, man. I thought we was lions. Since when do a hyena get comfortable around a lion? Come on, I ain't making no sense. Verse 4, what it say?
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Yeah, and the first way you come about of her, take you in Corinthians. You understand? Get away from that idolatry. Oh, so you spiritually must come out of her first. We'll never knock that. Of course, you must stop doing what the Babylonians are doing. But y'all, there is a physical departure up out of her. There's a physical land. You are a physical people. You understand? So we understand it means come up out of her spiritually first.
That's right.
That's you being in this truth.
Letting go all this madness.
That's you, exactly. That's you being in this truth. But don't say the bus stops there. Physically, you gonna have to come up out of here. And as we keep reading, you gonna see. You gonna see. Come on,
that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
That's right. Come on.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquity.
See that word plagues, right? We was in 2nd Ezra 16 at first. Remember he said he was sending the plagues. And he was sending the famine. You feel me? And he compared it to a mighty archer that don't miss. So Israel should be in the spirit of moving toward each other in this hour. You understand it? And so when you hear us saying coming together, that means us coming together and exchanging ideas, resources. You understand? Start getting used to living off the grid if need be. Because, I mean, again, man, it ain't going to be no love in these cities. It's about to be a wrap. It's about to be a wrap. And also be in the spirit of moving around, bro. We got a whole entire earth to teach on, man. We got a whole entire earth to teach on and bring forth this truth. What we sitting ducks for? What are we sitting ducks for? It don't make any sense, man. Look, get up out of that sleepy, lackadaisical, complacent spirit. Brothers will sleep you with that, man. If you ain't careful, they got you just kicked back, waiting on the Antichrist to sign a 7-year peace deal. You gonna get wrapped up out of it because the Antichrist government been ruling for thousands of years, man. Then they got took down, and the deadly wound was healed, and the same government, the same system kept running on automatic, man. You born into it. You feel me? Now you got a man coming that's gonna be declared. I mean, I truly believe that. But let's not act like his system ain't already running. It's already running.
It's already up and running.
You already been a victim of it. You already lying dead in the streets.
You got the auto start already.
They already killing your children, Tamir Rice. They already killing your women, Sandra Bland. They already killing your men, Philando Castile. Walter Scott, a 60-year-old brother, gunned down in the Carolinas, running, trying to get away from that devil. You already in it. That's the point. You just comfortable, you know, chestnuts roasting. No. No, you supposed to be in the spirit like we read in 2nd Ezra 16. Get ready for this battle and be as a pilgrim in the earth. Man. Straight up. Link up with your people, man. Link up. All right, come on, Doc.
Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
Beautiful.
In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double.
That's beautiful, man. I mean, this heathen got to pay double for everything that it did to you, right? If you ever watch Goodbye Uncle Tom, that's just a peek into the atrocities that happened. That don't even compare, and that's the worst slave movie ever. Took me about 5 times to watch it all the way through. I couldn't even watch it all the way through. I was like, oh my, I couldn't even believe it. All right? We really made the Most High mad, man. Going back to what my Ak Hawashah said earlier, we really made the Most High mad that he was sending the worst of the heathen on us. I'm talking about the teeth of beasts. All right, come on.
Verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
Well, she didn't live deliciously, man. Glorified herself, but it was all through blood, rape, robbery, deception. You feel me? That's why the scripture say so much torment and sorrow give her. What did it say, y'all?
For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
See that? So in your mind, America will never fall. In her mind, America will never fall.
That sounds like the spirit that they try to enforce and instill in our sisters.
Yeah.
That same spirit, that Babylonian mind state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm good. I ain't worried about no widow. I don't need no man.
I don't need no man. I'm cool.
I'm a queen. I'm sitting on the throne.
Exactly. We're about to address the complacent sisters next in Isaiah 32. See, this whole Bible's answer is cutting everybody's spirit. You are not supposed to be complacent and comfortable in this final hour. You understand? You're not supposed to be. All right? And it's wild because whenever I read it, I always think of the Statue of Liberty. And that in the New York Harbor, I said a queen and am no widow, and so she no sorrow. Verse 8, what it say, y'all?
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Right. Death
and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judged her.
In Isaiah 13, it said Babylon was going to be overthrown like Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was burned with fire. That's how you know this is talking about where we at now. All you got to do is just read them, all the accounts, and just link them up. Like that is talking about. All right. Going down to verse 11, then we're going to jump.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
See that? Come on.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
60 minutes, over. Come on.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Know what it said. You feel me? It go right into they shall lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Y'all see that? So we read in Isaiah 13 too, the Most High was going to hit Babylon but have mercy on Jacob. See? This is the same thing. That's why I said, come up out of her, my people. That's that time is coming. You understand? So that's the spirit we ought to be in. Waiting to hear the call. Come on up out of it.
We see nations all over the world cutting ties with America. Yeah. They don't want to buy and sell with it no more.
Dropping the dollar and everything. 7 nations this year. 7 to 8 nations this year alone. Major nations. Stop using the dollar as an international reserve currency. Meaning they ain't buying oil in dollars or none of that. All right, next scripture, Isaiah 32, verses 9 through 20. And this is to address the sisters too. Right? You're not supposed to be in the spirit of being complacent, man. Feel me? Fight with every fiber of your being to be righteous. You understand? To be that virtuous daughter of Zion. Even when all your feelings are going against you.
That's right.
Even when you feel like just gritting your teeth and cussing your man out, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. You understand? Like fight with every fiber of your being to be righteous, man. Right? Become these daughters of Sarah that you were born to be. Fulfill your spiritual role, man. Because these days are coming. You caught left field, guess what's going to happen? That's what's going to happen. All right, so let's get it.
Isaiah 32, verse 9.
Isaiah 32, we're going to read 9 through 20. We leading up. Man, what I wanted to do at first was just show us what mindset we ought to be in. Those, what he say, those that buy or sell, be as though he going to flee away. Those that marry as if they shall have no children. See, mindset we ought to be in. Those that build as if they ain't even gonna live in the house they build. Those that plant vineyards as if they ain't gonna taste the grapes. You understand? The mindset is that you're not attached and you don't owe no allegiance to nothing here. How about that? Beautiful. That sounds radical to most people, but man, that's the mindset you're gonna need to get through this, y'all. You can't be overly attached to nothing. All this is temporary anyway. All of it's temporary. All right, let's get it. Isaiah 32, verse 9 through 20.
Rise up, rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Do y'all hear that? Rise up, man. Rise up and challenge yourself to be righteous. Whenever that Babylonian attitude is starting to rear its ugly head, challenge yourself to be righteous. Rebuke the devil. You understand? Become these daughters of Sarah you were born to be. You feel me? Start being the standard bearers out here.
Well, nurturers of the Lord's nation.
Yeah, man. Don't be like these women around here in St. Louis that setting men up to get killed and robbed. That ain't how we supposed to be. You understand? Shalom, look around with the dude, Hebrew.
So you sleep, boy?
Yeah. All right. Come on, Hebrew, verse 10.
Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage.
Hold on, you didn't finish 9.
I'm sorry, y'all. My apologies. My apologies. Go back. Let's go back to verse 9, y'all. Isaiah 32, verse 9.
Yes, sir.
Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Come on, man.
Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail.
You know, vintage is a harvest. It's like a grape harvest, right? So if you look at it today, like a lot of our sisters are used to getting them food stamp cards. You understand? You know, the time coming where, guess what? You won't be able to go to the grocery store. You won't be able to harvest and bring in crops, you know, to feed your house. The vintage shall fail. You see that? Time is coming to where you think you're gonna be good and comfortable. You about to be moved out your comfort zone too, right? See, because a lot of our sisters think that they're exempt from what's coming. You're not. You're not. The Bible's telling you, you better rise up. You understand? Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
See, sackcloth got to do with us mourning. You see that? Got to do with us mourning and all that. So what's this letting the women know? Get out your comfort zone. Let go of that Babylonian mindset. Let go of that bad female dog mindset. I'm a bad female dog. You understand? How come every time I look on Instagram, all I see, you feel me, it's the Hebrew woman's rear end? Why? Since when that became cool? Since when showing your nakedness became the end thing? The scripture letting it be known, rise up, man. Look, the vintage is gonna fail. You ain't gonna always be in a position to just go to the store and spend your little $700 in food stamps.
Man, and if your body is your power, why is it for sale, y'all?
Yeah.
Why is it for sale to the highest bidder?
Real talk. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. Because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the cities shall be left, and the forts and towers shall be for dens forever.
Wow.
A joy of a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks, meaning all these beautiful buildings and Dubai and all that is going to be a wasteland. It's going to be grass growing, the goats and going to be running through the mountain lines. It's going to be just like when you look on the end times movies. When you look at all the cities and stuff, it's covered in trees and it looked like nobody ever lived there. It looked like it's a jungle.
Yeah,
that's what this is describing right here.
That's right, Doc. That's right. Come on, Hebrew.
Upon the Joyce, because of passage verse 15, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field.
And the wilderness be a fruitful field. Remember the definition of wilderness we read earlier is a place basically that's barren, a place that lacks whatever you need to survive. Now, when we went to the wilderness before, the Most High was breaking rivers out, rocks, and doing all type of stuff, showing you he was with us, right? But it said to the wilderness, well, it said to the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest, right? Verse 16, what did it say, y'all?
Then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness remain in the fruitful field. Hallelujah.
Y'all, this is not in captivity. It's not. All right. The Most High said, come up out of it. Right. Go ahead.
And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness and assurance forever.
You see, remember,
that's beautiful.
Babylon gonna be up in smoke. So you know this ain't talking about Babylon. You see, this is talking about once Israel is redeemed. You understand? You still have to go through a wilderness period before you can get your inheritance. It's the same thing that happened in the land of Egypt.
That godly peace of mind that we be longing for, y'all. We always be talking about that, especially once you become mature enough to, understand that you're an adult and you have responsibilities. All you really, a peace of mind. That's really all you need. That's really all you be wanting. Just a peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Some happiness and some peace of mind. We got to go through a whole lot more before we get there.
Yeah. You feel me? And guess what, man? You're gonna appreciate it. After all this hell we're gonna go through, you're gonna appreciate it. You understand what the Most High has for us. And guess what? You'll never fumble again.
When you was a child and you was your mama was hollering about this and fussing about that and slapping you about this and whooping you about that and chastising you about this, you thought you was raised up in a prison camp. You thought this lady is crazy, this Negro is crazy, they crazy up in here, I'm gonna run away. But now that you grown and you got kids of your own, you understand what she was doing.
Yeah, I understand all the way.
You understand what she was doing, and you love her to the point that you would shed tears behind it because you understand so good.
I understand, man. I'm my grandmama, my old dude, you feel me? Like they gone now. They done passed on. They done transitioned. But I understand now. Like as a man, I'm like, that's why my granny was doing that. That's why my old dude was doing that.
That's why my daddy keeps saying
I'm looking at my little short leggers now, like, okay.
That's what he means.
Now I understand what all this was about, man. All right, come on, Knock, let's get it.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation and in sure dwellings.
That's right.
And in quiet resting places. Man, that sounds beautiful.
That sounds beautiful.
When it shall hail coming down on the forest, and the city shall be low in a low place. Blessed are ye that sow beside all waters, that send forth thither the feet of the ox and the ass.
And you know, man, the end game for Israel, the end game for Israel, man, is peaceable habitations and all that.
That's right.
You understand? But we must go through all of this prophecy before we can get to where we're going to, man.
Verse 20, you got to be putting this work in, y'all, for the Lord.
That's right. Our next scripture, Isaiah 35, 1-10. More about this wilderness. More about the wilderness is not right now. Just because it says the wilderness of the people does not mean it's right now, y'all. You feel me? And once I read all the different wildernesses in the Bible, all the different ones, well, I ain't even all of them. It's over 20 of them. But I ain't in all of them. I got them written down. You're going to see, okay, the wilderness of this place, the wilderness of that place, the wilderness of that. You feel me? But every time it's outside of your comfort zone.
Ooh.
You feel me? And miracles start happening because, you understand, it's a place that you are living in that's totally deprived of anything you need to survive, man. You You see, when we went through the wilderness and when we left Egypt, I mean, Moses had to split a rock, water had to come out. The Most High was making pools out there for the flock and all that. He was raining down manna bread, so we gonna eat. You understand? He was doing all type of stuff. The rebels had to get purged out. Feel me? Because you're not gonna bring that wickedness into the kingdom. It won't be a wicked toenail in the kingdom. You cancel it.
For a wicked toenail.
It won't be a wicked toenail in the kingdom, huh? All right. So Isaiah 35, 1 through 10 is next, more about this wilderness. And we just gonna, first we want to deal with the mindset we need to be in to survive what's coming, Jacob's trouble. And then we want to show you the wilderness. You understand? Because if it's not understood that we must be as pilgrims and that we must be in the spirit of getting ready for this battle, then guess what spirit you're gonna be in? You're gonna be lazy and laid back, as if you're gonna be watching CNN. You understand?
Yeah, you might hear you hear Mally and you heard Dame Solomon and all the brothers are saying it all the time. Don't get caught in slipper mode.
That's right, huh?
Don't get caught with your house shoes on and your robe tied tight, roasting chestnuts on an open fire.
with your marshmallows
on a stick.
Your s'mores.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Boy.
That's right, man. That's right. Don't get caught off guard.
Man.
You feel me?
That's a scary thought, bro.
That's what's happening.
That's a scary thought.
The scripture told us the whole time. Watch and pray. Always.
That's why it's so important for us to get what this is called our daily bread, y'all. It's important that we do this on a daily basis. It's important because it keeps you in the spirit. It keeps you in the mind of where you ought to be. Because this madness outside your door, this madness will throw you off before you get on the highway good. It'll throw you off before you put feet on the floor out the bed good. Yeah. This wickedness out here. You know what I mean? That's what it's made for. It's made to disconnect you. So we got to reconnect on a daily basis constantly, as often as you can. Not just when you're going through something.
That's right, huh?
Isaiah 35.
1 through 10.
Verse 1.
The second exodus and the wilderness of the people, spiritual and physical preparation, man. All right? That's just what it is. Let's get it out.
The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them. And the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose.
Now trip off that right there. Right?
That's
now, this is not prophesying about us leaving Egypt. Oof, you did. And Isaiah lived way after that. You're talking about a good 700 years after we had left Egypt. So what is Isaiah prophesying about? When else did Israel go through a wilderness like that? Like this? It says, "Be glad to receive them." And the desert. Oh, you're not in the wilderness right now, y'all, with Bluetooth radio. You understand? Smart TVs, iPod, streaming. Hold on, let me grab my HDMI cord and stream it to the TV. And nah, you're not in the wilderness with all these what you call them? Amenities. Amenities. You're not in the wilderness with your amenities.
No.
You understand?
You ain't gonna have your shea butters.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have your cosmetics, y'all. Bruh, you ain't gonna have all your 11s, your 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, all them Jordans and all that. We ain't gonna have none of that. We gonna have none of that.
Yeah, real talk, man. Now you gotta be forced out of your comfort zone, which is a good thing because being complacent, you can't grow. Being comfortable, you can't grow out. So that's a good thing. It's gonna level the playing field for any of us to still tripping off our ego and our good careers and our jobs. Whatever. You dig? It's gonna level the playing field. The Most High gonna humble us. You dig? You might have to wipe your teeth off and keep it moving. No, you might not be able to go get your nails and toes done.
You might not be able to hit the gym, hit the club with the fellas.
Yeah. You might not be able to go. You're not gonna be able to go to the casino. How is you in the wilderness? You can go to the casino. That don't make sense.
That's a reality check. Check me there.
Yeah, I play the numbers. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's say verse 2.
It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it. The excellency of Carmel and Sharon, they shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our God.
Because Lebanon is known for her trees. You see that?
Thick cedars.
Yeah, it's known for that. So trip off that. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it. What? The wilderness, the desert place.
I read an article I shared with the brothers earlier. They got some stuff going on right there on the border. They say they burning groves of trees that's over there from this generations and generations old and growing in them same areas. They burn down, but these trees, they're some of the most famous forests and crops in the world. In the world that we talking about right here. Verse 3. Verse 3. Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of fearful heart. Come on. Be strong. Be what? Be strong. Fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you.
Y'all heard that? So it ain't no reason to be afraid of what we about to face, right? We just need to be obedient. That's it. We just need to be obedient, man. The Most High is going to handle these heathens. You understand? Yod-Heh is going to handle these heathens, man. And handle anybody. We just need to be making sure we vibrate in the right spirit.
That's right.
You dig? Love your power and love his people. You dig? That's what it's going to be. You feel me? And had a mindset that not having any allegiance to anything in Babylon, man. You don't owe your little city or your little town any allegiance. The most I tell you, get up out of here and go to Florida, or go down to the St. Thomas, or you feel me, go to Peru. You understand? It's time to bounce. What you mean? It's time to rock. You feel me? Shout out to my Zyquan Parazat. That brother be all over. That brother be down everywhere. His brother down in Mexico, the Caribbean, this brother all overseas. I'm like, man, that brother's not playing no games, man. You understand? Out there in the field working physically, you understand? Building, doing all type of stuff, man. You feel me? The brother's not comfortable.
That's right.
He like, look, we got to move around. We got to spread this word. So shout out to the op, man. He's a good brother. I actually sat down, chopped up with that brother a few times. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we supposed to be. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing, for in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert.
In the word?
Streams in the desert.
About that. That happened when he was in the wilderness leaving Egypt. So it's the same thing. Isaiah ain't prophesying about something that happened before him. He talking about in the future for God's people. You understand? There's a wilderness experience coming, man, when you're done talking. You feel me? And yeah, it's on the Most High's watch.
That's right.
You feel me? Ain't nobody telling y'all like you're going to be able to leave somewhere right now and then, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be straight. Like, look, it's chaos all over this globe. All over this earth.
All over the globe.
You feel me? All over the globe, all over the earth. You understand? It's chaos everywhere. You dig? And again, if it's in your spirit to travel and spread the word, you better do it. You feel me? But don't be thinking you finna be able to slide somewhere right now and then, you know what I'm saying?
You're cool.
Or wait till the Antichrist and get crowned king and you gonna run somewhere. Bro, you got Atlantic Ocean right there. And where you going? Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. You feel me? But if you want to be proactive and get this thing, you know, get out here and get to spreading the gospel, go ahead and do it. My whole point is you're not in the wilderness right now. That's the point of this whole lesson. You understand? And on the reels to get physically and spiritually prepared for what's gonna happen. You feel me? Especially here in what we call Babylon, right? Look, this place going up in smoke.
It's going down.
You feel me? And eventually you gotta come up out of here. It's just what it is.
Boy, that boy Agent Orange, we might see that any day now where he be moved.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you see Ebola just killed 300-some people over in the Congo. That was what, yesterday or the day before that? Ebola then struck back.
Yeah, and if people can't see that that's a biological weapon, it just comes up when it gets ready to. It just pops up out of nowhere and kills people.
That's right. And bro say it's Trump the Antichrist. But I don't put names on nothing. All you can do is sit back and watch what happens. You feel me? He's definitely a part of the Antichrist system.
That's a fact.
But just to say to call him the anti-Messiah, you feel me?
There's a lot of things he's gonna have to do. Yeah. There's a lot of prophecy got to be fulfilled.
And Trump more than likely is a puppy. Like he's a damn nitwit. He's dumb. Yeah. We know. I don't know who dumber, him or George Bush, George Whiskey, but both of them were some dumb presidents. Man.
Yeah, we know that these so quote unquote leaders of these nations aren't the appointers. They are the appointed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're talking about somebody with some real power. You know what I'm saying? The president of the United States is just the most prominent throne on the earth today.
Yeah, he's not even the king.
No.
He's a president.
Yeah.
Of a corporation. You
business.
Feel me? You've been better off hollering at one of them Rothschilds. You feel me? Who some people say he set a plate for Satan for dinner every night. You know, but hey, that's neither here nor there. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 7. And the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land spring of water. And in the habitations of dragons, where each lake shall be grass with reeds and rushes. And the highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness.
Yeah.
The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, though fools, shall not err therein.
So when we read this Ezekiel 20, next is going to go into how the rebels must be purged. So in the wilderness, the Most High going to be doing miracles for us in the wilderness like he did for us in the past, right? And he said it should be a highway there, right? That's us passing up under that rod. But guess who ain't going to pass over? The unclean. Those are the rebels that are going to be purged that we're going to read about in Ezekiel 20, verse 33 through 44.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Hebrew.
Is that was over there?
No, we're going to read on down to 10.
Right. Okay.
You in
9.
9, yeah.
No lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there. And the ransom of the Lord shall return, and come to Zion with songs, and everlasting joy upon their heads.
See what it said? When the ransom of Yahweh shall return and come where to Zion.
Ooh.
Zion, you gotta come up. You gotta come up out of here. We coming up out of here eventually, man. When you done talking, and guess where we going? Home.
To the crib.
We going to the wilderness, and if you find worthy, guess where you going? Home. We going to Mount Zion. You feel me? And believe it or not, that's where Yahweh Shai is coming to. He going to Mount Zion. We feel me? The Mount of Olives. You know, he is the land of Israel. He's just standing on the Mount of Olives. You dig? The mountain gonna clean you up. All right, come on now.
They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away.
Straight up. Next scripture. Ezekiel 20, 33 through 44 is up on the screen. I just posted it in the chat too.
33 through 44.
Yes, sir. More about this wilderness. More. Yep. Is Mount Zion, Mount Hermon? No, Mount Zion. Both of them over in the land, but they're two different mountains. Mount Zion is the city of David. Mount Hermon is where the so-called fallen angels met up. Matter of fact, the United Nations have a base. They got a base at the foot of Mount Hermon. Ain't that something? Why out of all mountains in the world, you got a base at Mount Hermon, United Nations? Y'all type in on Google, United Nations base at Mount Hermon. Blow your mind. Now, Mount Hermon is the mountain where the fallen angels met at, to conspire this rebellion and swear on oath. What is the United Nations doing with the base over there? Don't Lucius trust? Lucifer's holding company, don't they got a seat, a permanent seat on the United Nations Council? Y'all know that, right? Satan got a seat at the United Nations. They used to call it Lucifer's holding company. Now it's called Lucius Trust. They got a permanent seat at the United Nations. And the United Nations got a base at the foot of Mount Hermon, the very mountain that the fallen angels conspired their rebellion and swore on oath. Man, you can't tell me this Bible ain't real. Boy, you can't tell. Can't tell me this Bible ain't real. All right, let's get it out.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33.
Verse 33. You seen you some angels? Let me know. Victory. You seen you some angels? Let's get it out.
As I live,
Yeah.
saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah.
Surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out, will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out.
Now, we've been reading in Isaiah 13, Isaiah 14, how the Most High was going to have mercy on Jacob, right? All right? Then how he's going to set them in their land after Babylon is destroyed. Now, Ezekiel's going to get even more deeper into detail. He just told you, I'm going to gather you from the nations, from the people. I'm going to gather you out of the countries where you were scattered with a what? A mighty hand, stretched out arm, and fury poured out. So once you gathered about the countries of your captivity, right? 35, where you going? Come on. 34? Did you read 34? I'm bad. 34.
And will fury poured out, will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people. That's beautiful.
That's right.
And will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered.
Come on.
With a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out.
You hear that? So yeah, we coming up out of here. The Most High let you know I'm gonna cause it to happen. You understand? It's like he caused it to happen in Egypt, but as soon as you come out of here, are you going into the land? Now there's a pit stop. Verse 35. Let's read.
And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I lead you, plead with you face to face.
You see what he's saying? You going into the wilderness after you come up out of captivity with a mighty hand and with stretched out arm and fury poured out, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. The word plead is mishpat, which means judge. I mean, he gonna be judging us in the wilderness, just like we were judged in the wilderness before. Yeah, we're doing miracles for us and everything, but the rebels had to be judged. Isaiah 35 said the unclean ain't gonna pass over the highway. Huh? Come on, Hebrew.
Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith the Lord God.
Come on.
And I will cause you to pass under the rod. And I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
That's that highway we was reading about in Isaiah 35.
And I will purge out from among you the rebels.
That's the unclean that won't cross the highway.
Don't want to do right.
Yep.
They want to kick their own way. And them that transgress against me, continual sinning, y'all.
Yeah.
I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel.
Wow.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
So everybody that come out of here ain't gonna make it. Ooh, that's a sobering reality right there. You mean to tell me after all that, everybody that come out ain't gonna make it? Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. The same way it was when we came up out of Egypt. Did Korah and them and Dathan and them, the earth had to open up its mouth and swallow them because they were rebels. All right, what else to say?
Verse 39.
Yeah.
As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, go ye, serve ye every one of his idols, and hereafter also, if you will not hearken unto me. But pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols.
Come on.
Woo. For in my holy mountain,
man, you know the Most High ain't dealing with no idolatry, man.
Yeah, you don't keep saying that Christmas got nothing to do with this God. Yeah. Don't keep saying that Christmas got to do nothing with this Messiah. Don't keep on putting all them raggedy pagan holidays. Don't keep putting my name in that. Is what he's telling you. Yeah. Don't put my name in that.
Easter eggs and bunnies.
I didn't put my name in it, so who are you?
Come on, Hebrew.
For in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, for in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Lord God, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. Wow. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings, and the first fruits of your oblations, with all your holy things.
See what he's saying? He talking about in his holy mountain, man. You're not talking about in America. He talking about in his holy mountain. the mountain of the height of Israel. There shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. There will I accept them. He accepted us in Zion. There. He did. Remember, being redeemed out of captivity, going through the wilderness, rebels get purged, we get the land. Right? There is where the Most High is going to accept us at. Right? But we got to get there. In order to get there, we got to go through what? A wilderness. You're not in the wilderness right now. You understand? You're not. Right? And for anybody teaching that, they teaching that to make you lazy and complacent. You're not in the wilderness right now. You understand? But guess where your spirit ought to be? Moving toward it. So when the Most High call you up out of here, you ready to rock, man. That's right. There's a second Exodus. We just read about the second Exodus, the wilderness, the rebels getting purged, miracles happening for us, and then the Most High accepting us in His holy mountain. He let you know exactly where He accepting you at. He
told us it was a high mountain.
Yeah. He let you know where He accepting you at, and your offerings and all that. Right? All we got to do is just slow down and read, man. If you slow down and read, you feel me, and let go of the dogma and the doctrines of men, you'll start seeing. Be like, oh.
Negroes don't want to read. Negroes want to feel.
Yeah, yeah. And you want to play this like it's religion. This is not religion, right? This is prophecy. Prophetic history. The Most High's chosen, which you are, and what must happen. Ooh. And you know what else? Why this lesson, all praise to the Most High, because this also proves that the people in Israel are not the Israelites. That's what you're going to start noticing. When was the wilderness experience for them?
Yeah.
What happened? When was this? When was the hard bondage?
Boy, so many prophecies they don't fit.
Man, in other words, so you can't be the chosen people. You're not even fitting the end time prophecy on it. Oh, we. Let's keep reading, bro.
That was it for that one.
Now we're going to read down to 44. Okay. You was in like 40.
Yeah, I was in 40.
You read 40.
Yeah, I read 41. Yeah. I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered. And I will be sanctified in you before the heathen.
Yeah, that's when we get redeemed out of captivity, but we must go into the wilderness first before we make it to His holy mountain.
Them heathens ain't never been scattered into no nations.
Nah, man, stop it.
They came over.
Stop, exactly.
They ain't even
and they own the slave ship
and everything.
And the insurance policy. Stop it. Y'all know good and well that's not Israel over there. We have people over there. Israelites that live in the land right now, but I mean the controlling power in the land right now, whether you're talking about the Disraelis or you're talking about the Palestinians, those are not the children of God. You are. You the children of Yod-Heh-Wah. You the children of Yah. You the people that Yahweh Shah came and died for, man. That's us.
I think it's just too much responsibility for some of
Yeah.
It's too much responsibility. It's too much work to do for some of y'all. That's what it is. That's why you reject this. Yeah. You can't just do what you want to do.
That's right.
That's what the problem is.
And that's good, man. You shouldn't be able to do what you want to do. How the hell you gonna become an elite soldier and you do what you want to do? You think that the brothers that are Navy SEALs are just fly by night soldiers?
Did your child become a straight A student by doing what he wanted to do?
Nah. Think so. You can't even go to school and answer a test how you want to. I think the answer is this. You're going to flunk.
I feel like the answer should be this.
Yeah, you going to fail.
Man. Let's be realistic about this thing.
Straight up. Let's get it, Hebrew.
Verse 40.
Shalom, Yediyah Darty. Shalom, Akim. Nakun. Established. That's right. Let's get it, Hebrew.
Verse 42. And ye shall, did I say yeah, bro, that was 41. Verse 42. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for which I lifted up my hand to give it to your fathers. And there shall ye remember your ways.
And there shall you remember your ways. Come on.
And all your doings wherein ye have been defiled. And ye shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for all your own evils that ye have committed. Oh, and ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have wrought with you for my name's sake. not according to your wicked ways, nor according to your corrupt doings. O ye house of Israel, saith the Lord God.
He let you know I'm doing this for my holy name's sake. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know we're not even supposed to be proud. You know what I'm saying? Or puffed up and pompous, because the Most High is doing this for His holy name's sake. But notice, redeemed out of captivity into the wilderness, miracles happen, rebels purge. Then guess what? You get the land. And He say, "There will I accept you."
That verse 43. That verse 43 is beautiful. That verse 43, and there ye shall remember your ways.
Yeah.
It just lets you know that as people in this captivity, coming back to who we are, none of us are third and fourth generation conscious Israelites.
That's right.
We just learning, so we're gonna have some disagreements about some things. That's no reason for you to be throwing salt and dirt on your brothers and sisters' name, casting your brothers and sisters out, treating them like trash, like you never loved them in the first place, because y'all disagreeing on things. You're not gonna get it until you get home for real anyway.
That's right. That's why you're supposed to be coming toward each other and discussing what it is right now. And guess what? Even though you disagree, guess what you're doing that the world ain't doing? Talking about the Bible.
Ooh.
That's where the heathen don't want you at. The powers that be do not want you discussing these matters right here,
because then you're gonna remember your ways, and all your doings.
That's right. Bro said this subject was on my mind for days. Thanks for expounding on the matter. Hey man, we try to move in the spirit, man. The Most High put it out there, and we roll. We roll, man. Praises, man. All right. Ezekiel 36 is a good one too. Let me see what we got after that though. Let me see, because that's almost the same thing. He's going to time when we was in the land, we defiled it, man. That's basically saying the same thing, but we just read in Ezekiel 20. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put it up there. Ezekiel 36, 16 to 38 is a good one. Let's jump down to the wilderness in Revelation, the 12th chapter.
Right. Let's just kind of touching, laying back and on, just you spending so much time hating what the white man had done to you. And I'm not telling you that it's cool, but what I'm saying is they would have never been able to do it if we didn't do what we did. That's right. We brought this on ourselves.
Yeah, man, we was oppressing each other in the land, all type of stuff, man.
Brought this on ourselves.
Oppressing each other in the land, right? So in Revelation 12, when we see the vision that John caught on the Isle of Patmos, it was about Israel in the wilderness too. Again, back into it. You understand? So we're going to Revelation 12. Y'all, when y'all get time, read Ezekiel 36, 16 through 38. That's more about how the Most High is going to redeem us with an outstretched arm and fury poured out. But how when we was in our land, we defiled it by our own doings. You feel me? And then the Most High said, I'm going to redeem y'all, but it ain't even for y'all's sake. I'm doing it because I swore to Abraham I would.
Because you catch.
Now trip off how righteous Abraham had to be. Trip off that the Most High remember his children thousands of years later. Almost 6,000 years later. You understand? My bad. 4,000 years later, the Most High still remember his covenant with his friend that walked this earth 4,000 years ago, man. So I'm doing this because I swore to your forefather that I would. Revelation 12, y'all, 1 through 17 is where we going. Revelation 12, 1 through 17.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered.
All right, so this is basically going into the nation of Israel and how the Messiah came out of the nation of Israel, birthed through the nation. All right, go ahead, Al.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head.
Now, if you read Daniel, the 7th chapter, it goes into the 4th beast, and it's the same beast in Daniel, the 7th chapter, the 4th beast. All right, and how ironic the Roman Empire, which is the 4th beast that Daniel saw, Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome. It was the 4th beast. You understand? That had the 10 horns as well. Right? How ironic that the Messiah was persecuted under that government. See, that's how this worked, man. You feel me? It all link up. It all link up. So you want to read more about that beast, read Daniel the 7th chapter. All right. The beast with the 10 horns. All right, come on now.
Verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
Yeah, you know, Herod and them put the hits out. You dig? Satan was working through government back then to kill the Messiah, man. Satan was working through government back then to kill the Messiah, right? Because the dragon is symbolic for Satan, right? But Satan is the one or the power force behind these nations that persecute Yahweh's people. All right, come on now.
And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
That's right.
And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne.
Yeah, the Messiah is where right now, sitting at the right hand of the Heavenly Father. Psalms the 110th chapter. You see that? Hebrews the 7th chapter. Hebrews the 5th chapter. You see that? At the right hand of the Heavenly Father is his son, the Messiah. All right, come on now.
And the woman fled into the wilderness.
And the woman did what?
Fled into the wilderness.
Now, the woman, don't forget, is Israel. The child is the Messiah, right? And the woman fled into the wilderness. Go ahead.
Where she hath a place prepared of Yahweh.
Fleeing from persecution. Go ahead.
That they should feed her there 1,203 score days.
That's 1,260 days, which is roughly 3.5 years, man. You see, roughly 3.5 years. Now, this is John under Roman persecution on the Isle of Patmos, having a vision about the future, prophecy about Israel having to go into the wilderness where she would be nourished. Where she would be nourished while all hell is breaking loose. You see, that time is coming. That time is coming. Ain't no way you're gonna be able to duck it. We done read these Isaiah 35. We done read in Isaiah 32. We done read in Ezekiel 20th chapter. You feel me? Now we in Revelations the 12th chapter. And it's talking about a woman fleeing, woman being led into the wilderness. But understand, this is under the command of Yahweh, man. All right. And notice it said a place prepared for himself. No, of God, because we read in Isaiah that the Most High gonna be doing what? Bringing trees from Lebanon. Water gonna be busting out in that deal. All that. So you're not in the wilderness right now. How are you in the wilderness right now when you're getting gunned down right now? Let's read out.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil.
See, the dragon is symbolic for who? The devil. The dragon, that old serpent, going back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. You see, called who? The devil. And who?
Satan.
And Satan. They all the same. Dragon, serpent, devil, Satan, all the same entity. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth. And his angels were cast out with him.
Messengers with him. All right, come on.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
Yeah. You see that? Come on, Hebrew.
And they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
See that? So straight up, it's like, look, well, if it's war, maybe he said get ready for the battle. Plagues are coming. You understand? Like, look, there's a whole spiritual force behind this. Is look, get at the children of God. Because if they wipe us off the earth by default, the covenant falls elsewhere. That's what this thing is about. They'll never win, of course. You see? But that's what this thing is about, man. This war, we just read 1,260 days. That ain't a war that starts today and over tomorrow, y'all. The Maccabees and them fought a war for 3.5 years just to rededicate the temple. They fought a war for that long. And guess what? It's all symbolic or foreshadowing what's going to happen in our time. The time that we are facing. Now you see more and more we need to be coming together or moving toward each other and discussing these differences that we got, but also being resourceful. Also, you know, exchanging knowledge with our brothers and sisters, because this right here ain't nothing you sneeze at. This is something serious. This is something serious. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
See, what we said earlier, the enemy knows that his time is short. So he pulling out all his punches. You feel me? All his intimidation tactics and all that. That's why every day, y'all, we got to focus on being more righteous than the day before, man.
You say you being accused every day.
Notice that we overcome him by the blood of the Lamb. We even love our life to the death. Meaning we gladly lay our life down for this truth, man. Gladly do it. You see? That's the mindset you're going to need. Just like the mother and 7 sons and the Maccabees. They glad. They ain't love their life.
Glad. Preferably.
They're like, man, look, you can cut all this off. Look, this is the only mindset that's going to get you through this. I'm just talking about being spiritually and physically prepared, right? On a physical level, you know, you're going to have little non-perishables and all that. And that's just to sustain you, to get you through the day and the next day and all that. But you have to be spiritually ready to rock. You got to be spiritually ready to hear that voice. And the Most I say, move over here. Come on, y'all, time to go. Most I say, move over here. Come on, let's rock. You're going to have to get used to that. You're going to have to start practicing that now. When you hear that righteous voice in your head, and you know it's the Most High, because he ain't telling you to break no commandments. That's how you know it's him. When you hear that voice and it's something righteous, you need to act on it quick. It may be something as small as they call your bro Jose. Call him. I've been working on that lately. Feel me? Call so-and-so. I called him. Been on my mind. And I just was thinking about you. We're working on what they call telepathy. Speaking without moving our mouth. We're going to have that, man. And all these powers are lying dormant within you. All right, what else to say?
And when the dragon saw...
Yeah, that's right. 13.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman that was brought forth the man-child.
He persecuted Israel. Israel brought forth Yahushua. All right, come on.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she was nourished for a time.
1.
And time.
2 more.
And half a time.
That's 3.5 years, man. You got a time, a year, 2 times. Add 2 on top of that 1 time. That's 3.5 of that. Feel me? It's the same time frame we seen earlier in the chapter that said 1,260 days. Everything is alluding to a 3.5-year war. Not a 7-year peace treaty, a 3.5-year war. There are 7 trumpets that must blow. If they all blow at 6-month increments, guess how long that is? 3.5 years. Feel me? If they all blow 6 months apart, if they all blow, hey, don't go out there. Mally said, I'm just saying, that could be a situation. You feel me? If we line all the 1260s up in the times, and divide, if we add all that up, and then we see 7 trumpets and all hell is breaking loose. You feel me? If 7 trumpets all go off 6 months apart, they give us 3.5 years to swear. And everything is pointing towards that. Everything is pointing towards that. All right? I noticed it said she was given great wings of an eagle. Y'all know that got to be symbolic. You understand? We don't got eagle's wings. But when we read Exodus 19, you're going to see the same language was said about the Israelites in the wilderness then. Gave us eagle's wings, meaning the Most High will provide a way for us to get to the wilderness. You understand? Regardless if you got a passport or not. That's what I'm saying. All right, come on now.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth waters as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Come on.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
The remnant of Israel's seed. Man, the woman already had one seed or son, which is Yahushua the Messiah, our big brother, but there are remnants of this woman's seed or Israel. Which what?
Kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Christ Yahushua.
You see that? So if you are keeping the commandments or the Torah of Yahweh and you believe in the testimony of a Mashiach Yahushua Christ, guess what? You are public enemy number one. No. Trip off that. You feel me? Then you got brothers in the wilderness and brothers is not. Trip off that. Next scripture, y'all, Exodus 19. I pray everybody's getting some understanding thus far. You are not in the wilderness right now. If everybody understand that, throw a 7 up in the chat. You are not in the wilderness right now based off the order that we're reading in the scriptures. You're not. You're not. You feel me? And anybody teaching that is simply putting it out there. You feel me? I mean, I don't assume to know any man's mindset. Sometimes people don't know what they're doing. But a lot of times brothers do know.
A lot of times brothers do.
You actually do know that what you're teaching is deception. You feel me? But that type of doctrine keeps you complacent and lazy. You understand? And have you waiting for somebody to sign a mysterious peace pact that I still ain't seen not one verse for.
Not every verse.
All right. So I'm going to Exodus 19 next to show that the same language about eagle's wings was said unto Israel in Exodus 19, further proving that what we read in Revelations 12 about the eagle's wings, you understand, is basically divine intervention, the Most High providing a way to the wilderness. You feel me? Because we ain't grow wings and fly by to Egypt. We had to walk through the Red Sea, right? All right. So again, when you read certain parabolic talk or certain metaphorical talk, that's what that is.
That's right.
You understand? Let's not get simple. Now we gonna grow wings. No. All right, Exodus 19, 1 through 8. 1 through 8. We got a few more scriptures. I just wanted to come on and share this with y'all.
Right. In the 3rd month, when going forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came forth into the wilderness. The same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai.
See, y'all see that? So when they left Egypt, they came into the wilderness. You see? When they left Egypt, they came into the wilderness of Sinai. When I read off all these wilderness spots, you're going to see every spot got something outside of it that's considered a wilderness. All right? So notice they had to leave captivity to make it into the wilderness. All right? Before they got the promised land. All right, come on now.
For they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai and had pitched in the wilderness. and there Israel camped before the mountain.
So if they're pitching in the wilderness, are they in Egypt?
Negative.
No, they're not.
Big negative.
They're not. You're not in captivity and in the wilderness at the same time. You feel me? And your quote should not be Malcolm X. Us moving around in this wilderness of North America. That's not Malcolm X. Is not scripture. Now your only quote should not be a movie to prove that we in the wilderness right now. No,
the brothers that unfortunately don't even believe in the same power as you do.
Exactly. All right, Hebrew, let's get it.
And Moses went up unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians.
To the Americans.
Ye have
putting it right there. But go ahead now.
Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians. And how I bear you on eagle's wings and brought you unto myself.
See, so we read it in Revelations 12. The woman was given wings of an eagle that she made what? Fly into the wilderness, right? So we see this is parabolic talk. That basically the Most High is providing a way through divine intervention, you understand, of Israel leaving captivity and going into the wilderness. Which is not while you're in captivity. All right, come on, Hebrew. Eagle's wings. That was verse 4 you was in.
Yeah,
how I buried you on eagle's wings and brought you into myself. You in you Exodus 19, verse 5.
Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
These are the words you speak unto the children of Israel, man. You see that? So this is what he did for us then, and he would do it for us in the future. All right, go ahead, Al.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the people.
Called for who?
The elders of the people.
And that's why, the elders, man, I noticed that whether they in congregations or whether they part of camps or whatever, you understand, the elders don't mess with each other. None of the elders mess with each other, whether they camp affiliated or whether they're in congregations. For the most part, they don't even deal with each other. So what example was that given for us? The generation is like 20 years younger than y'all, 25 years younger than y'all. What is that doing for us? You see? It's almost like, okay, all this gonna fall on us. We need to be seeing the elders starting to dialogue with each other. Man, y'all need to rap. You feel me? Because we, as the youngins, are looking at y'all like, okay, how we gonna move? I mean, y'all have been around, been doing this thing for decades, so I know y'all know how to listen and hear the Most High's voice. What's the next move?
Y'all got 30, 40-year beefs like jail niggas.
Yeah, like jail niggas. Like, come on, out this shit corny. It's corny. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like it leave a whole bunch of young brothers around like, okay, well, we're gonna have to pray and endeavor to keep what it is that the Most High got written down for us, man. Period. But don't none of the elders deal with each other, man. Whether they congregations or whether they camps, nobody deals with each other. You feel me? And that ain't what the scriptures promote. Nah, it just ain't. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
And he shall be present. Okay.
Call for the elders of the people and before their faces. Read 7 again.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
All that Yahweh has spoken, we gonna do it. So we agreed to it. Leadership agreed to it. You feel me? Come on, Hebrew.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
So we see the wilderness is after captivity, Jeremiah 16, 14 through 21. That's next. Jeremiah 16, 14 through 21. You dig? And this is about the second Exodus. See, all these scriptures, when you start lining them up, when you tell me he's going to bring us out and all that, you start saying, okay, Exodus. Okay, damn, wilderness. Okay, rebels purge, miracles. Okay, the highway, pass under the rod. In Zion will I accept you. See, that's the order of it, y'all. That's the order. When you start doing that, more scriptures like Zechariah 12, 13, and chapter 14 start making more sense when you put everything in its proper order. If you don't do that, people going to tell you, oh, that already happened. You know what I'm saying? Or them people over in Israel, or the Israelites. One or the other. Do you understand? So it's important for us to put everything in its proper perspective so we know what time we are in, man. You understand? And if you don't know, you just don't know. That's cool. You dig? I ain't never made my boast like I know it all. If I don't know it, I ain't gonna speak it. I'll let the educated Negroes argue over trivial matters. You understand? But you must put everything in its proper perspective so Yahweh's flock know what time we in, man. Period. You dig? You got people thinking that they just gonna wake up and get thrown in a FEMA camp, or just wake up and just, hey man, the guillotine's outside, it's over. You dig? And you ain't even tripping, bro. This is about to be a straight war. It's about to be a straight war. We're gonna be hunted from, man, out of every corner.
Day and night.
Yeah, sun up to sundown being hunted, man. All right. Let's get it. Jeremiah 16,
verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I have given unto their fathers.
Now trip off that right there. He's saying, look, the day is coming where you ain't even gonna be tripping off Egypt no more. But the Lord lived that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whether they had driven them. Meaning this second Exodus is gonna be more glorious than the first. It's gonna be more glorious. You dig? Go ahead and read a few more of them verses, Hebrew.
And behold, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
That's right. So the Exodus got to happen, and then eventually we get the land, but there's a wilderness before it.
Behold, I will send for many fishes, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send them many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Trip off there. We fishers and hunters, man. Whatever we got to do to get you to gain your soul. And we throw the bait out there, we'll fish with you. If you're too hard-headed, we'll hunt you down. We didn't have to do that in the spirit with brothers. You feel me? Hard-headed Negroes in the streets. Had to tell them straight up, boy, you're going to get put in the grave unless you turn back and serve the Most High right now. Well, these little Hebrews ain't never heard nothing like that before. They be like, oh my God, I ain't never heard nothing like that. You with God now. Yeah, that's right. Get it together. All right, come on, Hebrew.
For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. First, I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things.
You see why we was throwing about it there, man? You see why? We talk all that right now, man, but man, when we had it, we fumbled. We did not appreciate what the Most High gave us, man. All right, come on, Hebrew, verse 19.
Oh Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth.
That's that. Hey, those strangers is gonna cleave to us, right? Come on.
And shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies,
come on,
vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?
The heathens know that their gods ain't even the true living power. They know it. You feel me? And that's why you got a lot of Gentiles in this day, you understand, starting to confess off their lips who we are and who our God is, man, who our power is. They all starting to confess it now. I'm like, yeah, tell it. Yeah, tell it. Tap out, confess. You feel me? And that ain't nothing but the power of the Most High to make a Gentile in his kingdom tell you, hey, you got the power. Your power is real.
In his kingdom.
In his kingdom. That ain't nothing but the power of the Almighty. All right, finish that off, Hebrew.
Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know my hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Lord.
The name is Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh. Next scripture, Jeremiah 23, 1-8. Everything else is going to be real quick scriptures, y'all. Everything else is going to be real quick scriptures, all right? And the proof is that, look, we're not in the wilderness right now. All right, we should be in the spirit of getting there once we hear the call, right? And that'll keep us from being complacent. That'll keep us from being lazy. All right. All right, Jeremiah 23, 1-8. And I always remember too, man. I know a lot of times we read these things and we be like, you know what I'm saying, Christianity, you dig? But man, realize that when Jeremiah was prophesying, man, they were actually talking to conscious, stiff-necked Israelites.
That's crazy, man.
Conscious Israelites, the leaders of this people, man. You understand? Scripture say the leaders cause my people to err. He ain't talking about no TD snakes in them. They caught up in a false God and a false worship. The Most High is talking about conscious Israelites who have this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and still out here letting ego rule, man. Jeremiah 23, 1-8, what it say?
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
And y'all understand that, man. Like, you call yourself a so-called shepherd. That's what a pastor is, a shepherd, an elder, a leader, and all that. Man, that's a great responsibility on your shoulders, man. Make sure you are not scattering the Most High's flock. We supposed to be in the spirit of gathering. See, we read this, man. When I first came to this truth years ago, we used to read this and always to think about, because we was in a war with the Christian church. We always just thought about Creflo Dollar and T.D. Jakes and Kenneth Copeland and all that. And you never tripped off, hold on. He's talking to conscious Israelites, that feed his flock. These are people that feed his sheep, but they're scattering his sheep. Most High said, I'm going to visit upon you the evils of your doings, saith the Most High. Don't be in that hateful, that spirit of scattering the Most High sheep, man. We already caught enough hell out here. All right? Verse 3.
And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries where I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
That's right. So you will come in about a captivity, believe it or not. Come on.
And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them.
That's right.
And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. Neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahweh.
See, so he gonna have to set up real shepherds, real pastors, real teachers that's gonna be teaching the truth, man. You feel me? Again, not scattering the flock, but gathering. That's what this is about.
Don't get caught lacking.
Yeah, don't get caught slipping, man. Don't get caught slipping because you got some imaginary hatred for somebody, man. Keep this real. All right, stay humble. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
This ain't talking about David himself.
Come on now.
It's talking about something raised unto David. When you look up that word branch, it's Zamak. It's Zadi Mem Ket Zamak, and it means a descendant. An offshoot. And then the other definitions say of a messianic king. You feel me? So Jeremiah, who lived 400 years after David, is not prophesying about David. David already been dead. So now we're about to get into this righteous branch that will also have a major role to play in the deliverance of this people. Who was the descendant of David? You understand? Born in Bethlehem. Who the right-hand Lord who's going to send, who's going to come with the most powerful army in existence. You tell me. If it ain't Christ, then who? All right, come on now.
And a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
That's right.
In his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness.
Yahweh our righteousness, or Yahweh Zidkenu. That's how you say it in Hebrew. Yahweh Zidkenu. So this righteous branch raised unto David will be called the Lord our righteousness. You see that? Verse 7.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord. That they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children out of the land of Israel.
Out of the land
of Egypt. I got excited because I was coming next. I'm getting excited.
You like, you just read that in Jeremiah 16, right?
I'm excited. Just start over with verse 7 again.
Yeah.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
North country and every country where the Most High had driven us. They shall dwell in where their own land. So that would even include where you at now.
That's so beautiful.
You understand? That's just what it is, man. Exodus 3:18, one verse. Now we about to get into all the different spots. We'll say wilderness, just real quick. You feel me? All these are quick scriptures. They ain't even a whole bunch of them. All right, Exodus 3 and 18, showing you that the wilderness is not in captivity. All right, Exodus 3 and 18, what to say out?
Exodus 3 and 18 says, and they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, and thou and the elders of Israel.
See, leadership was always, even in captivity, man, we were structured. You see, this is the only captivity where it's so much confusion, man. Even when you wake up to the fact of who you are, there's so much confusion. Don't none of the elders deal with each other. The Most High gonna make you rebellious, steelhead Negroes deal with each other. Still, you're gonna have to, or you're gonna get moved out the way. That's a fact. You an elder in Israel, and you gonna let madness like y'all ain't messing. I just heard the boy from IUIC, leader IUIC, man. He wished death on his sister.
Wow.
Brother them shared it on the WhatsApp, one of the groups on WhatsApp.
Wow.
He was like, "You coming against us? You deserve death." That's what your boy Nathaniel Ray said, right? And then he got proud, where he said, "And you tell me what other camp is doing what we're doing?" I say, "Dang, look at him. He all puffed up, ain't he? Huh? Talking about somebody deserve death because they disagree with you.
Yeah, that's a bold,
you know what I'm saying?
Statement,
and then want to go on to, Moses and what happened with Dathan and Korah in the wilderness. It's just like, are you making yourself Moses? Is that what you said?
Bold claim now.
Come on, man. If y'all elders, y'all supposed to be rapping so the younger generation at least have some understanding on what to do when y'all not around no more, man. We ain't seen it. So that's why I say you talking about Moses and Aaron and the elders of Israel, right? Go ahead.
18.
Mm-hmm. You right? Yeah. Hey, it's only one verse. 18. Yeah.
The Lord. I'm sorry. And they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, thou and the elders of Israel, unto the king of Egypt, and ye shall say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews,
that's so beautiful. Well, that's powerful.
Hath met with us, and now let us go. We beseech thee, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God.
So is the wilderness? Was it in Egypt? I was outside of Egypt. They had to go 3 days into the journey. 3 days journey into the wilderness to sacrifice. Exodus 7 and 16. One verse.
Exodus 7 and 16. Lord God of the Hebrews.
Lord God of the Hebrews. Yahweh. Let me see. Yahweh Elohim. Ibrahim. Yeah. Yahweh Elohim Ibrahim. Lord God of the Hebrews. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
16.
7 and 16. Yeah.
And thou shalt say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews hath sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear.
Hey, in the wilderness was not in captivity. You still ain't, y'all. Exodus 8, 27 to 28.
Exodus chapter 8, verse 27. Everybody cool?
Nah, we all good. Okay. We all good.
We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord God, our God, as he shall command us. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Retreat from me.
Yes,
don't go too far.
Yep, y'all read when y'all get a chance, read Exodus 14, 1 through 12. That's a good one. I need Exodus 15, 22. Exodus 15, 22. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
15 and 22. Y'all, write down, what was that? Jasher 81. It goes with this. It's the same story, y'all.
Yeah, Jasher, the 81st chapter.
Same story. And when they came to Marah, Oh, hold on. What verse we say?
Yeah.
22. I'm reading 23. So Exodus 15 and 22, y'all. My bad. I was reading 23. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days into the wilderness, found no water.
This one's called not the wilderness of the people, not the wilderness of Egypt or Sinai, but the wilderness of Shur.
Shur, man, bro.
Huh? And they went 3 days into the wilderness and found no water.
Exodus 15.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and look
Curious
that up.
what Shur means.
This right here is Exodus 16. This is another one where brother looking at the definition. And they took their journey from Elam, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moshe and Aharon in the wilderness. Notice that after they departed out of Egypt. See that? That's Exodus 16, 1 through 32. That's a good one too. All right. Next one is Numbers 14, 32 through 35. Just want to show that, you feel me, if it's being taught that the wilderness is now in captivity with Wi-Fi.
With Wi-Fi.
You understand? Smart
hilarious.
TVs, smart cars, smartphones. Hell, they even got smart water now. I seen the other day there's still smart water. I'm like, what is going on? You understand? Tesla cars. You got all type of stuff happening right now. Bluetooth speakers, Bluetooth earlobes. Come on, man. But you want to call it the wilderness when the definition of wilderness was a deserted place, a place deprived of anything that you need to live. That's the wilderness.
And this word shore, shore is a wall. 87793 wall is the same as 87791, which means the wall, or 87788, to travel, journey, go, traveler. Dubious journey. Travel about as a harlot or a merchant.
Wow. Wow.
That's major.
All right, Numbers 14, 32 through 35.
Numbers 14.
Yeah, 32 through 35. I'm just going through these scriptures. I really want to show that so we can get some understanding. You feel me? And that way we don't be in the spirit of being complacent and lazy, like you waiting on some type of mysterious 7-year peace pact to be signed, man. That ain't scripture. That's not scriptural at all.
It's not scripture.
If anything, we've read about a 3.5-year war. You understand? If anything, we read about that. You know what I'm saying? But to just go and throw out a 7-year peace treaty and got people waiting for the Antichrist to sign that, and then he get crowned in the temple and all that, man. Look, you need to be in the spirit of coming towards your people. You understand? And being in the spirit of going home, man. Even if you like, all right, well, you know, we got to stand here and we got to hold down what we got right here. Look, nothing wrong with it. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You feel me? And until provision is made for you to get up out of it. You understand? Once the Most High break these heathens back, you coming up out of it. Every script we read went into, you got to come out of there. You got to come out of there, and that's going to happen, right? But until then, you still got to physically prep her. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. And then when it look like all of us in one zone, you dig all these powerful minds. Like here in St. Louis, hundreds of brothers and sisters. How we got all these powerful minds and then don't know? None of us prep for none of this. None of us. We ain't prepped for an earthquake. We ain't prepped for the underground fire that's in Earth City that's raging toward this nuclear waste. We got all these short leggers. We get the feast, short leggers run out, man. We're responsible for them. We're responsible for these women, these children, and all that, man. Yeah, you need to. So instead of getting together and shooting the breeze, you need to be getting together, especially in your own little zone, and coming up and being resourceful, right? What brother got this skill? What sister got this skill? Who got these resources? Who you know? You did? All these food stamps we getting, we can take advantage of that and start at least taking portions of all our food stamps and start putting certain things up, man. It's that time. It's that time. You ain't gonna be able to hop up and go to the grocery store when the EMP hit. You feel me? That's just what it is, man. We're gonna have to learn how to do certain stuff like make fires and all that.
boy.
You understand? Identify herbs.
Natural charcoal.
You did all that, man. All that, man. It's just what it is.
Numbers 14.
Yes, sir. 32 through 35. A few more scriptures we're going to get on up out of here, y'all.
But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness.
Wow.
And your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness.
You feel me? And that was the older generation because they lack faith, man. I've been calling for the elders, like congregations and camps. I need to rap. Like, don't let this be the reality of y'all, man. You feel me? Don't let that be the reality, man. Like, y'all brothers got to get up and at least talk and chop it up. You feel me?
Come out from comfort zone.
Yeah, you're going to have to. You're going to have to, man. You're going to have to come up out your little comfort zone. You dig? Being comfortable, you can't grow anyway. Good. You ain't supposed to be comfortable. And go holler at your people, man. It's just what it is. All right, come on, now, let's get it.
Verse 34.
Yeah.
After the number of the days which ye searched the land, even 40 days, each day for a year shall ye bear your iniquities. Even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise.
Yeah, so don't get happy. You've been wondering 40 days. How about they're going to take each day and make it a year?
40 years. Know you breached this contract.
Yeah, because you lacked faith. You murmured against what the Most High had going on. All right? Come on, bro.
I, the Lord, have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil. I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me. In the wilderness, they shall be consumed, and there shall they die.
That ain't in Egypt, y'all. That is not in Egypt. That's in the wilderness. That's not in Egypt. That's in the wilderness. All right. Matter of fact, Numbers 21, 1 through 9. That's a quick one. That's a quick one too. And that's it. That's the last scripture.
Your whoredoms.
Yeah, they're gonna bear your children. Gonna bear your whoredoms. Ain't that something?
Y'all heard it? Your children will bear your whoredoms.
Yeah, man. We gotta be serious about what we're doing. You feel me? The righteousness you do or the wickedness you do affects everybody around you. It's like the ripple effect in the pond. You throw a little rock in the lake or a pond, that the waves grow. You see the waves grow all the way over to the other side. So either your righteousness is going to affect others around you and your generation and your posterity or your children, or your wickedness will. Or your wickedness will, man. All right. Let's finish this off. Last one. Last one is Numbers 21, 1 through 9. You understand? And we're going to close on out. Numbers 21, 1 through 9.
Numbers 21. I'm starting it.
And we see what it is, man. The Most High, the whole time that we've been reading, he let it be known. You feel me? The mindset you're supposed to be in, the plagues are being sent. If you got merchandise, be as if you ain't gonna have no profit by it. If you got a wife, be as though you ain't gonna have no children. He that selleth, be as though he fleeth away. And then he said, the more they deck their houses, their persons, you feel me, all their possessions, the Most High say, the more I'm gonna be angry at them. You feel me? Because you allow material, you give your allegiance to material possessions and your social status in Babylon instead of getting ready for this battle that's about to hit. Reality is we know it is over. Reality is we know it is over, man. You feel me? Strap up a backup. That's what it come down to. Strap up a backup, man. Man, these front line, you men. You dig? And protect your women and children. Period. Dot. That's where we at with it. And start rapping with your people, man. We got a lot of stuff to do, man. Feel me? We got a lot of stuff. We need to be getting some type of land, getting up off this grid, outside these cities. You understand? Look, they was even talking about that in the report we read earlier from the federal government. It was like, look, you know, they community living and all that. Yeah, because that's what's coming. You got brothers, and look, that take a lot of ingenuity and coordination, man.
Focus and discipline.
Yeah, a lot of people talk crazy about your boy Pastor Dial, which is a lot of stuff we disagree with. But man, it take a dedicated mind to run a community like that for all the years, man. It take a dedicated mind, man. I'm talking about beyond dedicated. You feel me? You talk crazy about him, but he's a producer. You did? He's a producer. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with the Ike on a few things. But when I sit back and look at what he's doing, you can't knock that work.
Yeah, you see, he's trying to do work.
You can't knock what he's doing. You feel me? Because he see what's inevitable. You dig? You're gonna have to get about these cities short. Dig? Everything gonna go back to what it was for us. We were husbandmen and all that. That's the truth. That's the truth. The grid get fried, the market of the beast coming out, all that, man. Market beast out already. It's just not enforced yet. Ooh. They got Bitcoin machines in the, man, I went to the gas station the other day over by your web crib, bro. They got a Bitcoin machine by the door.
Yeah, the ATM.
Yeah, a Bitcoin ATM. I say, what in the hell is going on? Man, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to discuss, and we got a lot of things we need to put in motion.
Yes, sir.
You understand? While we can get it, we got things we need to do. That way we can protect what's ours, man. You feel me? While we fighting this 3.5-year war that's coming, man. Just what it is. All right, come on, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 1.
Yep.
And when King Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south, heard tell that Israel came by the way of the spies, then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou wilt indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. The Lord hearkened to the voice of Israel.
See, that's what the enemies are scared of. The Most High start respecting our prayers. You understand? And hearkening to our voice. Notice that was us as a whole crying out to the Most High. See, another reason why we need to be moving toward each other. Because our prayers together work. They're very powerful. Very powerful. And the Most High hearkening to the voice of Israel. Come on, now.
And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou wilt indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities.
Hallelujah.
And the Lord hearkened to the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites. And they utterly destroyed them and their cities. He called the name of that place Hormah. And they journeyed from the Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. And the people spoke against God, against Moses. Wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness?
Yeah, the wilderness is not in Egypt. The wilderness is not in captivity. It's after captivity. Go ahead.
For there is no bread, neither is there any water. And our soul loatheth this light bread.
See that? So you wasn't eating like you used to eat. This revolution is serious, man. You feel me? In order for you to be successful in any type of revolution, you're going to have to come up out your comfort zone and you're going to have to dedicate your life to something higher than yourself. You have to be dedicated to something higher than yourself.
This light bread.
You tripping because you ain't eating steak and potatoes every day. Now you eat, you know what I'm saying, a few little crackers. Now you mad. I'd rather be in Egypt than buying GPCs and selling food stamps.
Fried locust legs and honey shots.
You know? Straight up.
Eat light in the deal.
Straight up.
Verse 6. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he may take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. The Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if any serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
And I tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 16th chapter, like around verse 15, that they were pricked. You understand? That they might remember to do what was righteous and obey you. Yeah, so that goes back into that. Some people have questions about that.
feel me? So I'm about to hit this stop sharing real quick. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump on back to what it is, and we're gonna end it on out. All right, I pray y'all got some understanding. Right before we leave out, I got a few spots in the scriptures where it talk about different types of wilderness. You understand? Wilderness of. All right, it's right here. You have the wilderness of Beersheba. You got the wilderness of Paran. You got the wilderness of the Red Sea. You got the wilderness of Shur, S-H-U-R. You just read that definition.
The wall.
The wall. You got the wilderness of Sin, the wilderness of Sinai, the wilderness of Zin, Z-I-N, the wilderness of Moab, wilderness of Etham, the wilderness of Kedemoth, the wilderness of Egypt, wilderness of the people, the wilderness of Beth Arbah, the wilderness of Medin, the wilderness of Sakakah, the wilderness of Jericho, the wilderness of Edom, the wilderness of Ziph, the wilderness of Ma'an, the wilderness of En-Gedi, the wilderness of Gibeon, the wilderness of Damascus, the wilderness of Tekoa, the wilderness of Jeruel, the wilderness of Judah, and so on and so on. Wilderness is used 294 times in the scriptures. You understand? And each time it's something that's it's outside of your dwelling place, outside of your comfort zone. You feel me? And that's what's going to have to happen before we inherit everlasting life. You feel me? So with that being said, all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, Yahweh, Melech, Olam, Melech, Israel, the Most High, King of the universe, King of Israel. Long live His anointed, beloved Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect.
May the Most High bless and enrich us all, man.
I pray y'all got some understanding. You feel me? If you got any questions, go ahead and email me at honorandhumilitystl@gmail.com. We're gonna go ahead and shut it down real quick. Hebrew, which way is east? Let's go ahead and send us off with a closing song. Hebrew.
East, straight ahead, my brother.
Yeah, send us off with a closing song. Y'all get on up and face Jerusalem.
Straight ahead.
If y'all got any questions, go ahead and email me. You feel me? And try my best to get back with you before we throw us up another lesson. Either tomorrow or Friday. I gotta get with the young gunner and see what he want to do. Also, the Aki Judah Moshe, I just talked to him for we went live. Brother want to start getting some daycare situations going for the very young short leggers.
Be a beautiful thing there.
Yeah, he's supposed to be doing. He gonna start doing classes too on the channel, man. Probably start next week or the week after that. You feel me? So the work is turning up here in the STL. Brothers are actually coming together, starting to be resourceful, starting to exchange ideas. You feel me? Because we got a lot of women and a lot of children around here. You feel me? That we all are responsible for. We just don't want to be caught, you know what I'm saying, with our shoes off, ready to snooze off. You feel me? Playing around. All right? Waiting on a mysterious peace pact to be signed. You understand? I can't even find it. Is Poppy okay? Yeah, Poppy just text you. And you feel me? The young brother, her son, his temperature is under 100 now. So you already know what's regular temp, 98.6 or something like that. Yeah, so you feel me? The young prince should be going home soon. Told I reply, Akeem. No doubt, your D.I. Dowdy. I see you be into that Hebrew. All right. Yeah, she all good. But she's in the ICU with her son. She said she ain't leaving her son, which I totally understand. But they don't got no signals in them hospitals. More than likely because they don't want people to be reporting on it. Whatever they're doing there. But she in there, she like, look, they trying to give him a flu shot. She ain't letting that rock. You feel me? Our prayers, so keep praying for our sister and her son. You understand? That the Most High rain down a healing blessing.
Straight up. Pray for the whole nation, y'all.
Yeah.
Pray for the whole nation. Pray for your brothers. Like the ox said, man. We ain't got it all. We don't know everything. We don't got it all together. We ain't boasting to be nothing over here but servants. Pray for us all.
And look, out the mud watchman, you right, Doc, man. You can buy lentils. You can buy a big old bag of lentils for like $2. Boy, you feel me? And then you make lentil bean soup, which is fire, I might add. I throw down on them deals, you dig? There's a lot of stuff that we need to go ahead and start prepping and putting up, man. You got your food stamps, you're getting and all that. And we need safe houses around the city or right outside the cities we in. You understand? We just need to start moving like we a nation and like we know the war is on, because it is.
It
The war
is.
is on, man. You feel me? And right now, over 95% of us aren't even prepared, because we taking this whole Israelite thing as entertainment and not like our lives on the line for this thing, man. You feel me? Like, yeah, I already know a lot of us ready to rock, we ready to dive, so be it. You understand? But you did, just like in ancient Jerusalem, the Romans starved us out. They starved us out to the point, you feel me? Our people start eating their children, start eating their phylacteries, eating leather. You feel me? Because they didn't take heed to what Yahweh Shah said. He said, when you see that, you better get up out of here. And believe it or not, we are the descendants of those that heard his voice and left, fled down in Africa. And, you know, years later, ended up on the West Coast and ended up being thrown on slave ships. Fast forward to 2018, we here right here. You feel me? So all praise and glory now. Psalm the 6th. I want to know what Psalm you got.
55. Psalm the 55th chapter.
Psalm 55, we're going to close out. All praise and glory now to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things, man. May the Most High bless you, increase all y'all. Thank y'all for y'all prayers, all y'all support. You feel me? Let's do better and get better, Zion. Let's do better and get better. Nah, I ain't eating my children either. You feel me? I'll be dead if I do that. Yeah. All right, Psalm 55.
Psalms 55 with the Lord's permission. To the chief musician on Neginoth, my skill, a psalm of David. Give ear to my prayer, O Yahweh, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. For they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pained within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror has overwhelmed me. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. Lo, then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. Selah. Selah. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues. For I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it up in the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. For it was not an enemy that reproached me. Then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man my equal, my God, mine and mine acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of God in company. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quicker to the head. For wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. As for me, I will call upon Yahweh, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning, and at noon will I pray, and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah. Selah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smooth and butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon thee, Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction.
Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days.
Hallelujah.
But I will trust in thee. Hallelujah. Selah.
All praises.
Most High.
All praises, glory down to the Most High.
Hallelujah.
Shout out to the house of Hosea Ben Israel for allowing us to come through and, you know, chop it up.
Always a pleasure.
Better
Always a
believe it.
pleasure.
Better believe it. Better believe it, bro. All right. Until the next time, y'all be looking for us, if not tomorrow, by Friday, most definitely. And then on Shabbat again, most definitely.
Definitely.
You feel me? You feel me? And I pray all y'all got some understanding, man. Again, and pray for all of Israel. You feel me? Even the ones you don't like. You feel me? Because we got a command to do so.
If you love only those who love you,
what reward have thee? All right. So until the next time, you dig. May the Most High bless us all, increase you, and cause His face to shine upon you. And may His beloved anointed Son live in the heart and minds forever of the faithful elect. Yahoo.
Yo.